I'm a nobody, baby. Light me up, pour me up. I'm gone. Got me seeing genies in a bottle. Liquor got me feeling like a wrestler. Call me Santiago. Everyone listen when I speak. Don't know shit about shit, but I know ball.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Two Nobodies with the Mic, episode 145 on this beautiful Wednesday. Is it the 13th? August 13th?
The 13th.
August 13th, man. How's everyone doing out there, guys? Good show today. You know, our favorite thing probably, and I think Rafa would agree, and Eddie Money would, it's college football. This is going to be heavy college football today. Can't wait. Week 0, August 30th. Maybe
August 23rd.
okay.
Well, there's football on the 23rd.
Yeah.
There's a ranked matchup.
Yeah. I'm thinking about the big one on August 30th, which to me I can't remember of a more anticipated game. But anyways, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. Please hit us up. Talk your shit. You guys have any questions? Let us know your team, your college football team. Let us know if you were almost named after one of the greatest running backs on the planet and also a murderer like I was. My father almost named me O.J. Simpson or O.J. Santiago. Rick,
I'm going to let that one slide, but it's fucking alleged.
Good point. Allegedly.
Didn't hold up.
Yeah. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. What's
Yeah,
up, tricksters? What's up to the Nolas out there?
Oh shit! This is Rick's episode, man.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna be
Rick,
Colorado everything.
He's gonna be all over Colorado. Gonna talk some Colorado football. They have a QB battle going out there, and I think Rick is a season ticket holder for UCLA. Not sure how you became a UCLA fan, Rick, but I'm so sorry. But there's some promising news coming out of that camp over there with Nico. But guys, let's get into it. Let's introduce Eddie Money in the center, right? Executive producer over here running all this shit. And then what's going down, man? You look good. Letting the hair grow?
Fresh cut. Got a little taper today.
Oh,
I gotta make sure I'm looking fly.
How was your week, Eddie Money? What were you up to besides lifting? If you guys don't know, Eddie Money is a power lifter competition maniac. With
I lift average amounts of weight. That's it. Finished up. Today is my last week of summer school, so I'll get a 1 week break and then fall semester, and then after that semester, I'm done with college.
Dude, congratulations, Eddie Money. Going to graduate as an engineer, mechanical engineering. See, that's freaking amazing. Congrats to you. And then we have the guru, the man who knows all, sees all, our expert when it comes to gambling and sports. That's Rafa, Mang. What up, Mang?
What's up? What's going on?
I see that you kept the Bo Jackson. The lights are not on, but it still looks beautiful.
Bo knows.
Yeah, Bo knows. We kept Bo up another week.
Yeah, I love the Malbon performance gear.
Super comfy.
Always a good choice. I got the new Aoki. I'll show you guys the new Aoki collab right there. I don't know if you can see that. My son-in-law said he's gonna make fun of me for wearing a Steve Aoki. Shit. I mean, he makes fun of me anyways every day, so who really cares? But guys, please interact with us. You guys have questions, concerns, want to talk your shit, please do so. We're watching here on Instagram and on YouTube. We are the Gambling Show of Record, and there will be some lines that are going to be made. Rafa's going to give some blue chips. I'm going to either jinx them or put my stamp of approval on them. I know he hates that. I have been known to be a mush. My dad used to call me a mush.
First year.
Yeah. I do. That's why I didn't gamble for the longest time. I was convinced I was a mush. And then I don't gamble because I think it has been actually confirmed that I have a little bit of mush in me. My daughter, USC tush push. I have the picture right there. The Reggie Bush tush push. My daughter sent me to the bathroom for that, and I went to the bathroom as requested, and USC won that. So I think after that, I said, you know what, maybe I shouldn't gamble anymore, man. So other than that, what's going on, Rafa? How many rounds you get in this week?
Oh, just one.
Oh,
Just one. I got a lot of work. I'm leaving on vacation tomorrow, so I got a lot of work I got to do. So only one round.
Yeah, I haven't got one in this week, but handicap still dropping like a winter fucking day in Alaska.
I'm down to a 12.
Sheesh.
I know.
12 handicap. Dude, I got to give that a freaking. Dude, my handicap goes from 26.8 to 26.3. It never does it. It never goes anything. What up, Micah? What up, Pop Pops? That's my my awesome grandson who is going to be a golfer one day. I don't care what you say, Michael Brown. I'm not giving him a choice. Imagine. So I feel like, Rafa, everyone is now figuring out because all the what is it, Gen X or Gen Z or whatever this
I don't know what
is.
generations.
Yeah.
I just know I'm old as fuck.
Yeah, but I feel like all these guys, their dads made them play golf and they all hated it. And now they're all saying, I'm making my kids play golf. I don't care if they love it, hate it, or what. And they're going to love me later. I feel like that's a common thread right now. You hear from a lot of guys from like 25 to like 40. Like my dad made me play, hated it. And now they started playing and they're like, why didn't I keep playing? Right?
Dude, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Trust me, if I would have played earlier, I would have put my kid in it. There's so much money to be made, man. There's so much money to be made. And there's so many things that are overrated as fuck about like the day-to-day golf. Like it kind of pisses me off, to be honest with you. And I wanted to do this on another show so we would just talk about golf, but it bugs me because
talk about it, man.
When we go out to play, right? And the most overrated thing about people playing is like guys who think that they should hit the same club that a pro hits. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 165 yards. I'm gonna use my 7-iron. Like, no, you're not. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because number one, you don't hit it straight. If you hit the correct distance, if you hit it that distance, and pros are hitting their 7-iron probably 185,
190.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but even then, even at 165, 170, you may hit it there with your 7-iron one time. Like there's guys, oh yeah, I drive it 300. I drive it 260, 250. Dude, that shit is not accurate. You're not consistently driving at those distances. You're not consistently hitting those clubs, those distance. You're not. Yeah. So that's why I feel like a lot of guys, like they don't score. They don't, when I play, I'll be honest with you, every time I play, I try to score. I want to try and shoot under 90 every time I fucking play, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like I've gotten to that point. So I'm not going to sit here and at fucking, 160 yards, I'm not hitting my 7-iron because I'm never hitting it that far ever.
That's
not even on a good day.
Also your worst club.
100%. It's my
which makes zero sense to me, by the way.
I know, and it is by far my worst club. So, but there's guys like that, and I, a couple friends of mine, like, E-Buck. E-Buck's like, oh, I this club here. Like, bro, listen, he hits it far. The thing is, not all the time, and you're not as accurate. Find your clubs, and I think a lot of these guys they don't use the correct club because they think they're fucking pros, especially beginners. Oh, I should be using my 5-iron from 200 yards. Bro, you have no shot. No shot. So that's one thing that And then the other thing that's just, bro, like when you look at the stats and you see people, oh, if you
You
break
should have saved
100,
this. You should have saved this for your fired.
yeah, probably. And then when you see like these guys, oh, if you're a 20 handicap, you suck dick, right? Basically, that's what they're implying, right? But when you look at the numbers and some of these, posts on Instagram that these guys put, where it says that whatever it is, like 1% of golfers break 100. So
Yeah.
if 1% of golfers break 100 and you're a 20 handicap, you technically don't suck that much.
Yeah.
You're not great. You're not a 5. You're not a 4. You're not even a scratch golfer, but you're not awful.
Well,
You're really.
I'll tell you what. One is a major thing, and which you told me to do, and I think a lot of people, when they shoot, a 10, if you shoot a 10 on a par 5, put the 10 down. But a ton of people are shooting 12s on par 4s. They're giving themselves a snowman, and that's very, very, very common. So a lot of these handicaps aren't the real deal, and you're not going to get better unless you put that 12 and 13 down. Like your handicap, it's your handicap's not fucking real. But
yeah,
dude.
and the gimmies, like we've stopped doing gimmies already.
Yeah,
like no more gimmies. Before you do the gimme, the length of the putter, whatever, no more.
Yeah,
no more, because you're gonna miss those.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Lord
pros
knows.
are missing them, you're gonna fucking miss them. But
Lord
guys talking
knows.
shit about guys that are 20 handicaps when they may be a 6 or a 7 doesn't mean they're a total hack. If they're a 20, that means that they're pretty consistent on shooting right under 100.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, guys, I've seen guys, oh, I'm a 9 handicap. Fine. And then you look at his scores and, like, this is what you kind of shoot. 85, 86, 84, 83 in there.
Yeah.
You're going to have bad rounds. Listen, Tiger Woods had a 10 on a fucking par 3. Ernie Els had a 10 on a par 4. Like, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
It
But a lot of
happens.
these guys to talk shit about dudes that are a 15 handicap, let's say, oh, yeah, this guy's a 15 handicap because this is his fucking bag. You're a fucking jackass. You know who I'm talking about because I can't fucking stand it.
I know exactly what you're talking
You know
about.
who I'm talking about. He's such a fucking jackass. So you'd probably take him out there. He's probably taking mulligans. He probably doesn't fucking take a stroke for an unplayable.
Yeah.
And then the thing is that he says, oh, if you're this, then you should only take a penalty stroke on these and this and this, and you should move it from here and there and blah, blah. No, you shouldn't. Play the game the right way so you get an actual fucking handicap. So when you go play a skins game, you're not fucking completely getting your ass beat because you're moving the ball from the divot. You're fucking doing this.
Yeah.
You're not taking strokes. Play it the right way.
Yeah. I heard what's the Melbourne podcast, part 3 or part 3? I saw CC Sabathia today, and when one of the part 3 podcasts said, that he's gotten to a point where he doesn't keep score. He wants to be able to move the ball down the course and be able to play with the best. And that's with me. I'm keeping score, but I just want to be able to play where I'm not embarrassing myself. If they're hitting, birdie, I'm no more than a double. So, that's where I'm trying to get. Rafa's on the fucking fast track. He's in the fast track lane on the fucking 405, fucking zooming by me as I chunk
I'm
shots.
going to tell you what a guy told me who's been playing for like 20-something years, and I played with him a handful of times, and his friends, they're all really good. This is what he told me. He goes, when you first start playing, you should aim to play bogey golf, right?
Mhm.
That's what you're aiming for.
Yeah.
So bogey 1, or bogey or double bogey, right? Depends how
Yeah.
long you've been playing. But that's what you aim for. And you see a lot of these guys that think, oh, I'm 220 out. Fuck it. Let me fire away whatever, a 3-wood, a 5-wood, or whatever. No, lay up, get it to about 100 or 80, and then take your shot there. And maybe then you're putting for par and then bogey, right?
Yeah.
So, and he told me, he goes, that's what because if you bogey every hole, that's a 90.
Yeah.
That's a 90, which is fine, especially as the golf that we're playing. But you can't go out there and think birdie or par when you're amateur, when you're like us who've been playing for consistently for a year and something.
If anyone hasn't seen the Apple TV series called Stick, that really what's his name? What's the main actor's
Owen
name?
Wilson.
Owen Wilson character was a just a stud, but he mentors this young kid who's a stick and could hit it, drive her off the deck. But he teaches him how to play the course, to lay up, and that's what these guys do. Before we get off of golf, let's talk about last week. When we came into Sunday, you saw Scotty catch up to the leaderboard within 4 holes. I thought he was going to run away with it. And it's the first time I feel like in a while that I thought, oh, here we go. I text, I'm like, Scotty's going to win by 6 shots. And not that he struggled, but, we saw Spawn, who, I mean, where the hell did this guy come from?
I know. And Justin Rose at the age of 45.
45 and looks incredible. Yeah.
The English guys have played well.
Fleetwood.
Patrick has been in, I feel like he's fucking in it every week at some point.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you mushed the shit out of Scotty on Sunday.
I did. I mushed.
You went full mush.
Full
mush on Scotty.
Sorry, Scotty, man.
Full mush on Scotty, but yeah, it was nice to watch though.
But they asked JJ. I saw they're like, dude, what's gotten into you? He's like, you know what? He's like, I'm not. He was so worried about even being on tour, making cuts, that he's gotten this confidence where he's not worrying about that now, and he's thinking about winning tournaments.
It's the putter. It's the putter.
The lab putter, man.
Dude, I should be a commercial for that shit. Literally, like the other day.
Yeah.
And the other day, we're literally like first 3 holes, par. And fucking E-Bug goes, dude, if we don't all buy a lab after what this moron's doing out here, we're stupid. And he was referring to me, but it's like, dude, that lab putter, I was at Roger Dunn on Monday. He goes, on Monday. And there's this guy right behind me, and he's holding one. And I turn around. I'm in line to pay. He's right behind me, and I said, you buying that? And he goes, dude, I was hitting there. He goes, and I couldn't miss it. I couldn't miss. And I'm like, dude, same thing happened to me. He goes, and? I said, bro, it's unbelievable. It just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. They wrapped me up. They got me.
Are you giving the new Scotty? What are you doing? What are you doing with the Scotty?
I got a brand new
for
Scotty.
the
I got
newer
a brand
Scotty. Dang it! Maybe
I got a 2025. I got a brand new 2025 squareback 2 there, which I like. The thing is,
because I could give mine to Sonny.
$300, dude. Roger Dunn offered me $300, and I was like, nah, maybe one of the guys wants it. So the thing is, Odie's got one, CB's got one, Fred's got one, you got one. So, but
I think I want yours. I'll give mine to Sonny, and then I'll buy yours. What do you think?
I got it. Mine's 3 months old.
I know.
It's yours if you want it.
I love it.
We have Zach is in the chat. He said hello from D-Land, and he says, and yes, Jay, D is for Disney.
Oh, I love it. What's up, Zach? I offered Zach to come on. He's he gets all pumped up. No college football. He yells at us when we don't talk college football.
Oh no, and he's gonna get hot tonight. When we get into the SEC. And
he's gonna be like hitting the fuck out of his screen.
So you guys just took
while in line.
11 teams of the SEC to the playoffs. If we could, we would. At least I would.
Yeah. For sure. Mom's in the house. What up, Mom? So guys, we always talk golf. We can't talk enough golf. Shout out to the best butcher shop, by the way, www.butchershop.com. Frankie Bangs. Check out this hat, man. Frankie Bangs. Hook me up.
Nice
Frankie Bangs has taken me to Trump. Awesome dude, part of the Buckets Club. Plays almost every day. You gotta love the dedication of Frankie Bangs. And dude, if you haven't played with Frankie, it's a whole vibe, man. It's a whole vibe, and everyone loves him. But I'm sporting the best butcher shop. go check that out, man. Some of the best quality meats, and it's you order it if you're in I know he ships everywhere, but if you're in Los Angeles, Southern California area, you order that shit, it's there in a day or two. He has we got Wagyu hot dogs last time, Wagyu burgers. He gave us some filet mignon, and that was delicious. He gave us some caviar, which was he has seafood. But go ahead, and if you support us, go ahead and check out bestbutchershop.com. You will not be disappointed. And Frankie Banks, dude, we got to play again, Frankie. You the man. You the man.
Michelle says hello from the 605 freeway.
From the 605 freeway, dude. Always traffic on that dang 605. So, guys, let's get into it. We're going to talk some college football. But before that, we have our first segment brought to you by Go Wide Eddie Money. See if you can see my bag right there. Nomadic travel gear and clothes, the most functional and stylish travel bags. They have bags for photography. They have little, the man purses or whatever you merces, whatever you want. But Eddie Money, have you tried on the inseam, the short shorts and the shirts? Are you loving it yet?
I'll be sporting it this weekend most likely.
There
sure.
you go, man. Quality stuff. Shout out to Nomadic. Go check them out as well. They sponsor You Are Fired and You Are Hired. And what do we got, man? Who wants to start? And if you guys out there on Instagram, YouTube, you want to fire somebody, you want to hire somebody, let us know, man. We'll give you a shout out.
Zach, if you want to fire the people at Disneyland, let us know. Yeah,
we know Tricksters wants to fire the University of Colorado. Everybody, and in the whole state.
Everybody there.
Yeah, who wants to go first with You Are Fired, brought to you by Nomadic?
I'll go. I got a good one that happens every single year. I'm firing all the NFL pundits on Twitter that every offseason they say every single day what happens in training camp, and they treat it like it's the biggest news ever. Trayvon Henderson got like a 70-yard touchdown, and they're like, "Oh, he took over the backfield. It's his job
100 yard."
No, that was the kickoff. He got a 70-yard
touchdown
today. Yeah. But like, this one rookie will have a great play, and then they think they're taking over like the whole job. I think it's too much for me. Like, just wait till preseason happens.
Well, that's true, but Rafa and I love Trayvon Henderson.
I love Trayvon Henderson too, but they do it with like any rookie.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, come on. His first play, 100-yard touchdown. Now he had a 70-yarder today. It's the one thing that New England really needed was some explosiveness, and the kid is just unbelievable. Well, Michael Brown.
Michael Brown's got a firing. Said I'm firing
Michael?
Rafa. Told me on July 29th to relax when I said Dodgers were a mess. Now we're an even bigger mess.
Rafa?
This guy gets his thong in the fucking knot every time with the Dodgers. Last year he was crying like a little girl, and then he was out there celebrating. He had his own Dodger parade, I'm sure.
On his cul-de-sac, yes.
Yeah, dude, like fucking chill the fuck out. It's August 13th. Relax. Okay, relax. When the playoffs start, you can start crying after they lose in the playoffs. Other than that, no crying, bro. No fucking crying. Grown-ass man with the best roster in baseball.
Who's going to be there? Listen, I don't want to put them in the playoffs or in a wild card because there's still, a while to go. But if they did get a wild card or if they did end up winning the division, who's your starting three in the rotation?
Oh, it's Yamamoto for sure. And then it's Yamamoto and then whoever the fuck else is healthy.
Ohtani, Snell, and Glasnow's pitching really good right now as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would like to hire Rafa and Eddie for getting off those grandma cookies. You guys are looking great, fellas.
Thank you, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick.
Yes. The only cookies I eat now are the Oreo Thins. They taste like shit.
Whoa,
once in a-
those are really good, actually.
They're actually not bad, Ed. Are you kidding? The gluten-free
great.
ones?
I
They're
just,
fucking awesome.
it's like
They're kind of better. I think they're kind of better than regular Oreos because regular Oreos.
Wow,
No, wait.
wow,
Regular Oreos are
wow.
only good with
Bro,
milk.
listen,
Those
I'm
thin
not
ones are
letting
fine
some
without
fucking
them.
6'6", fucking short wearing, healthy motherfucker tell me about fucking Oreos. They're good enough to do the job. They're not fucking better than the original fucking Oreos.
The best
Do
of
you
the
hear
double
this
stuff,
fucking
though.
guy, Eddie?
I only
I
eat
do.
double stuff. I don't eat regulars.
So I listen. I'm telling you, I feel cheated. I had a couple thin ones, and like
I'm cheated.
it's like, what the fuck is this? If I'm gonna divulge into some horrible stuff for my body, don't give me the thin ones. It's probably what, it's like a 20-calorie difference. If you're buying thin Oreos, you should be fired. Go ahead and get the fucking regular Oreo.
Get the gluten-free ones, Eddie. Get the gluten-free ones. Great bang for your buck. Trust me.
Oh shit! Is it at the
Rafa
90?
wouldn't know about bang for buck, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
damn right. By the way, Michael Brown says Eddie likes them thin. Eddie Money likes them thin.
Give me the
Dude.
double
Yeah,
stuff,
he does.
baby. Give me the
Real,
double
real
stuff.
quick, since we were on baseball, before I get to my firing,
Yeah.
it actually leads into I'm going to have a hiring and a firing. So I'll just do it now. I'm going to hire the Milwaukee Brewers. I feel like we're not talking enough about the Brewers.
Mhm.
18-4 since the All-Star break. You know, they don't have a flashy roster, yada, 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 whatever. They've won 12 in a row.
12 in a row.
You know, they absolutely fucking annihilated Paul Skeens yesterday.
Wild.
They got to him early and often yesterday. So the Brewers look phenomenal. I think but when the playoffs come around, we'll see what they can do. But I'm hiring the Brewers. Nobody's giving them enough credit. And you know, they're on fire. So I think they should be given some credit.
Oh, for sure. My only concern is, you know, it's all about baseball is a game of hot, cold, and are they getting? I mean, you don't want to. I mean, they're running away with the best record right now, so that's always good. But you don't want to hit your peak right now. But yeah, shout out to the Brewers, man. Shout out to the Brewers. You see, Otani's hitting into a triple play yesterday against the Yankees.
That's just there's nothing you can do there. I mean, he hit it hard and he hit it right at him. There's nothing you can do.
And then, you know, just watching, you know, Kenley Jansen, I'm a Dodgers fan. You know, the last 3 years when he came in, I was just screaming at the TV. It was only poetic justice that he turned on one and almost hit it at a freaking Angel Stadium last night. I'm like, that's the Kenley Jansen I know.
Did you know that he was American League Pitcher of the Month in July?
I know. He's been pitching great. That's what pisses me
American
off.
League Pitcher of the Month in July. So,
And what do the Dodgers need?
a fucking closer.
Closer. A fucking closer, man.
And then, let me pop into my firing real quick, Ed, so we
Yeah.
can get on to yours. I want a fireman, and I thought he played well. You know, for the 3 quarters they threw him out there, I thought he made a couple good throws. Shador played well. I thought he played well, right? He made good throws. For the most part, he made good decisions, but he made one terrible decision. When the game was over and you go to one of the riders and you confront him and tell him that all you do is say bad things about me, it's like, bro, that's their job. That's their opinion. They're giving them a different look. You're not going to have 25 reporters all kissing your ass.
Yeah.
They're going to write it the way they see it. He may see it in a way that you may not like it. But for you to confront him, a 5th round pick, when you argue you could be the 3rd, maybe the 4th quarterback, maybe not even make the roster. I still think he will, but you're still 5th round picks aren't guaranteed to make a roster, right? I don't think he's a 5th round pick. I think he's better than that, obviously. But you're never going to see a guy who's probably going to be the 2nd or 3rd string quarterback after one preseason game go and kind of basically verbally attack this dude like, oh, you always saying bad things about me. I think it's total bullshit. Let it go. Be the bigger person. You don't need that attention on you after a game. Your play spoke for itself. I thought he played pretty good. The 2 touchdown throws that he made were fucking great. The throw that he makes, I believe, to the back down the field where he makes a one-handed catch. He put the ball where only the guy can catch that, where only his guy was. It was a good throw. He dropped it in there, right?
It's a
Like he
great
played
layered throw.
well, and then you kind of taint the performance with your comments afterwards. There, you don't need to confront the guy. Let it go. Let it go for now. You become the starter and you're winning games and he's talking shit about you, then you can maybe address it. But we're in a preseason. You want a preseason game and you're addressing it. Like, bro, you were a 5th round pick. You're probably the 3rd on the depth chart if the head coach has a choice, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And if the owner had a choice, you wouldn't be on the fucking team.
Yeah.
So
No, that is a terrific
that's the only
fire.
problem I had with him. And I like Shador, but that's the only problem that I had with him. I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have addressed it. Not yet.
Michael Brown approves. It was totally so. You know what? Let's add to that. You know what I heard is that who filmed that, whose actual footage that was his brothers. People are saying that was actually like
Planned,
sort of scripted to get. It's like, dude,
but
You're
why
the
do you
end of-
want that spotlight on your family?
Yes.
Like Pops already has plenty of shit. You're never listen, as good as they could be, they're never gonna be Pops. Like bottom line, right?
Never.
And you can try and get all that attention, but that's bad attention. That is bad attention. And I can already imagine them kind of scheming to film that, right? Like, make sure you get it where I'm getting at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, it's embarrassing to the writer. It's embarrassing to the reporter. And then it just doesn't make you look good. It really doesn't. And then what do your fans think? So I didn't like it. I like the way he played. I didn't like that part of it. And I wish he can just understand, like, bro, let's just let this thing play out. Let me go about my business, do my work.
Yeah.
And then when I get to a level and these guys are still talking about me, I may let them talk about me some more.
Yeah.
But then I might get fed up and actually say something. But as far as do your work on the field, because that's what you're going to get paid to do. And that's all that they're going to rate you on. That's all that they can judge you on. That's all that they can report on is your work on the field. Don't let off the field become an issue when you haven't even technically got on the field.
The GM for the Giants is like, I mean, dude, if that's Cleveland, Ohio. Like if you imagine what he would have done in New York after a preseason game. And I agree with you, Rafa. He looked good. He used his legs. He slid. Yeah. That was the one thing that we didn't see. He was doing the whoop-de-whoops, in the backfield, doing this and doing that. But it kind of looked like him in Colorado a lot, where he was moving around. His pocket presence was good. Had some layered throws, like you said. We don't root against anyone, man, except for I think Rafa roots against anyone that plays in Seattle, right? Seattle,
100%.
Yeah. Other than that,
Ichiro, except for that Mariners team with Griffey and Jay Buhner, Edgar Martinez, Randy Johnson, except for that team.
Yeah.
Other than that, and Ichiro, everyone else, fuck them.
And who was Edgar? Who was
Edgar Martinez?
Edgar Martinez. Yeah, man. What a great
probably
team.
the best DH of all time.
Yep. Yeah. So
Michael Brown said Shador had walked into the stadium with an entourage of the 4th string. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. So, but hey, Dylan Gabriel's gonna start. Shador has some kind of, I don't know.
He has like an oblique issue.
Oh, an oblique, which we all know as a baseball player, oblique is not a good thing. That shit lingers. Nope. Lingers.
I went to the batting cages last week, actually.
I would have paid to see that shit. I would have fucking paid.
You got to record that shit, Eddie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was my first, that was the second time I ever went, but it was my first time actually, swinging at,
making contact, probably.
Yeah, I made contact.
What were you hitting, 60?
I was hitting 70s and 80s.
Oh,
Come on now.
No, I need footage of this shit.
Dude, are you sure you weren't Happy Gilmoreing it and just going there to get tough and just taking it to the chest?
I started at the flow pitch. I had to get my contact going.
There you go.
Then I was at the 50. Then I went 60, 70, 80.
Where the hell did you fight a batting cage? Golf and stuff? Or
there's one in Anaheim. And there's
Oh,
there's a bunch of
nice.
there's a couple near me. But like then my next 3 days, oblique was and core was like all sore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a fucking great fucking story. Those are great firings. Um, I want to do a hiring and a firing. I want to hire college football, Home Depot. What's the name of the show with Lee
Game day?
Corso? It's just college football
Game day.
Game day.
game day. There you go. August 30th, Texas, Ohio State. Lee Corso is going to do his final show. It's the end of just a franchise, and Lee Corso, who is a legend in the sport, Florida coach at Florida State, coach at Army, has a ton of respect, and to me probably should have retired maybe 3-4 years ago, but I just want to give a shout out to Lee Corso because as old as I am, he brought so much fun and enjoyment. I couldn't wait to wake up Saturday mornings, and living on the West Coast, 9 o'clock. If you're on the East Coast, you're awake, but that's almost like it's 9 o'clock. You're 22 years old. You're hungover, but you're getting up to watch that show, and just props. And I know what's his name, the punter,
Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee has taken over, and he's doing a great job. But I just wanted to give a shout out to Lee Corso, and he's going to put on either the Bevo head or the Ohio State head, and it's going to be a great moment. And just shout out to Lee Corso. I want to hire Lee Corso for making Saturday mornings so fun. Also, staying in the college football realm, I want to hire, and I don't know if you've heard the story, Rafa and Eddie. I want to fire whoever is doing research on John Matter's Venmo history. I don't know if you guys saw this. John Matter, okay, great quarterback, transfer from Washington State, played really well last year, and now has transferred to the University of Oklahoma Sooners, along with, by the way, if you guys don't know, his Arbuckle, the offensive coordinator from Washington State, is now at Oklahoma. So he's rolling in, and it's a really crazy situation to where you get a senior transfer quarterback who knows the offense and no one else does except for him. So I feel like that's going to be really good for Oklahoma. Oklahoma, I think, for me, is going to be a dark horse coming up in this season. But my point is this, man. Can we leave this shit alone? Listen, you're not supposed to gamble as a college quarterback, but to go back and pull some shit from 3-4 years ago, and I don't know if you've seen it, Rafa. We all make jokes, right? I've done it on Venmo. You give someone $60, $200, and you put like
something stupid.
Yeah, the Blue Oyster drinks, or just stupid shit. He had a bunch that said $500 UCLA USC game. He's denying all of it. They're gonna look into it. But to me, man, it's like, listen, if it happened 3, 4, 5 years ago, can we leave that shit in the past? Do you have to bring that up? It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. Is it valid, Rafa? Is it a valid firing? Should we leave these kids alone? I mean,
Yeah, I think so. I think so, man. I don't care. I don't care that he did it 3 or 4 years ago. Was he even in school?
that's the thing, man.
Was he in high school? Was he fucking around? A lot of people fuck around on Venmo. It's not a big deal. What's more eye-opening, to be honest with you, not to change the subject, but it's on the subject of gambling and athletes. Michael Porter Jr.'s comments.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know,
I don't know if you saw it.
No,
Yeah.
break it down.
Where he says, you know what? You can have a bunch of buddies who are trying to get a bag, and they can all go and bet $10K on your under that night. He goes, and I'll go out of the game with a faked injury. I'll fake an injury. I'm out of the game. I won't play the rest of the game after playing a couple minutes, and I'm up. And the thing is, when you say that, and Michael Porter Jr. is a well-paid athlete, Okay. So, and if you have that thought process and you have 4 or 5 friends that are going to bet 10 grand a piece, bro, you're making after taxes, you're probably still putting in your pocket 10 or 12, $15 million a year. If your friends need 10 grand that bad and you're going to willing to jeopardize that, give your friends the fucking 10 grand a piece and call it a day. It's just stupid to put that out there, knowing that there was an NBA player who got in trouble for this already last year with your same fucking last name, Mr. Porter.
That's wild. Did he say it on a podcast?
Said it on a podcast. He said it on a podcast.
Oh my God. How stupid is that?
It's all over. It's all over Instagram. It's everywhere on Instagram, and it's stupid. And just that thought process to think that, right? Like, you know, I understand these guys, right? They're making a fuck ton of money. Everyone has their hand out. But if you're thinking of doing that to make your buddies 40 or 50 grand as a collective group, just give them the 40 or 50 grand and write it down as a fucking gift or whatever, or send them a fucking 1099 at the end of the year. Whatever. But don't fucking jeopardize and even put it out there on social media, putting it out there on a podcast for people to hear it.
Ridiculous.
Because now people are going to look at you a little different. If I see you leave a game with 7 minutes into the first quarter and I see you leave a game and all of a sudden the next game you're out there fucking starting and playing 39 minutes. Like, people are now going to opens a huge door for people to think that all the time.
Eventually, these prop bets, because we're talking about a superstar who's worth $150 million, right? Probably at this point.
Or more. And after this year, when people see how good he really is, where he's going to be able to fucking shoot 18 to 20 shots a game at free will, he's going to be a 25-point-a-night guy. I wouldn't doubt it. And he's going to be, he has potential to be somewhat of a max player, somewhere of a $200 million type deal type guy. I think he's that good. And you open that thought process to all of these people. You open something for people to see and think about now. And, you know, a lot of places, they cap those prop bets at $500 or $1,000.
They got to now. They have to.
Yeah, well, and they do. And you can't walk into, you know, you can't go in there into Vegas and fire off $10,000 on a prop without fucking everyone wondering, right? Mm-hmm. And looking around. You know what I mean? So, but
we saw it. We saw it last month with that pitcher, right? They had a prop of whether his first pitch was going to be a ball or strike. He throws one to like 20 feet short, bounced it into the and
also Emmanuel Clase too, both on the same team.
Yeah.
The Gucci's watching. Hi, Gucci. How you doing, Mama? Papa will try not to say bad words, but Papa has a really bad mouth. Do as I say, not as I do. Rafa, on the other hand, eloquent, never says bad words.
Never, ever.
So that's your fired or you're hired, brought to you by Nomadic. Go check Nomadic out, man. I think it's the last day. They're having a crazy sale, 30 to 50% off. They just got some new pants. I want to buy some of those pants, man. We got to get
the shirts are amazing. I'll tell you, the shirts, phenomenal.
Yeah, we got to get a code for all our peeps out there. And Kyle, I spoke to Kyle. They're probably going to be a sponsor out there at Monarch. So we'll run into Kyle. And this is a great company, man. Quality stuff and great company. So that's your fired. Now let's get into it, man. College football all day, every day. Next week. So if next week isn't week 0, what is it? -1 week?
-1.
-1. What's the matchup? What's the matchup next week?
So you have Iowa State, Kansas State, Idaho State, UNLV, Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston, Western Kentucky, and then Stanford at Hawaii.
You gotta love it.
So Iowa State and Kansas State, that's the game in Ireland.
Yes,
that'll be the Dublin game.
And Iowa State is ranked in the preseason top 25, is it not?
They're both ranked 22 and 17.
Yeah, first ranked matchup of the year.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it. Did you guys hear the news today about Kansas?
No.
No.
The University of Kansas today got a donation to the athletic program in a whole, but most of it is earmarked towards the football program. This guy named David Booth gave the University of Kansas $300 million today.
Damn.
$300 million. I didn't get the chance to look up what this guy did, but David Booth, whoever you are, man, he just made Kansas the football team, because I feel like the basketball team they're a blue blood.
They're already there.
Yeah. They're
David Booth is an American businessman, investor, and philanthropist. He's the chairman of Dimensional Fund Advisors, which is co-funded with Rex Sinquefield.
Oh, so he's like
He went to University of Kansas, the University of Chicago as well.
Oh, okay. Oh man, went to Chicago.
Badass.
But dude, $300 million.
We also got Betting and Heels on in our Instagram chat saying, take the dogs early in the season.
Take the dogs, man. What's up, Betty and Heels? Haven't heard from you in a while. I think she's out there in Vegas. She gives her own lines and stuff. Good to hear from you. Yeah, super excited. Iowa State. We have where's our guy from Iowa State? What's his name?
Will Hanley.
Will Hanley.
Will has to be all about that game. But what are we gonna get into? Any blue chips that next week, the 23rd?
No,
you're not gonna be here. You're not gonna be here next show.
I'll give you something for that.
Okay.
I'll give you something for that. I'll do something before that.
Okay. He'll do a live video like we've been begging him to do for 2 fucking years.
I'll do one. I'll do a video.
Rafa's getting be in Miami on a poolside. What's up, guys?
That would be awesome. Are you kidding me? People would love that shit.
I'll give you guys a video for that.
Yeah,
but what are we getting into first? Should we go? What are we doing?
We can go over the AP top 25 first and just kind of evaluate it, see what they're thinking to start off the season. It just came out a couple of days ago. So on the left side, we have the AP top 25. On the right side, we have the coaches poll. So you got Texas at number 1, Penn State 2, Ohio State 3, Clemson 4, Georgia 5, Notre Dame 6, Oregon 7, Alabama 8, LSU 9, and Miami 10 to round out your top 10.
Do you have a problem with that top 10, Eddie?
I don't have that problem with that top 10. I have more of a problem with the bottom. I feel like some people are just getting thrown in there because they should be. I like Texas A&M. I like Oklahoma. I like South Carolina. I think they should be higher. But the top 10, my top 10 is different. But I think those are the players. And I heard a crazy thing, Rafa. I heard, I think on Cowherd today. I rarely listen to him, but or you know what? Maybe it was on Instagram. But anyways, over the last 10 years, Rafa, if you were not in the preseason top 6, you didn't win a national championship. So basically, they're saying right here that these 6 teams are the only ones that, if you go through the last 10 or 12 years, he said, those are the only ones that have a shot at really winning a natty, which I thought was pretty interesting. You know, I thought there might have been some outliers, but that's a pretty solid stat.
It's pretty solid. I don't like Notre Dame ever. I'm tired of seeing this shit. That Notre Dame all the time. We got to just give them the top 5, the top 10. I'm tired of that shit. I really am. For me, I pull out Notre Dame. I drop everyone down the slot. I don't have a problem with the only problem I have is Penn State at 2. I like more of the coaches side of the poll, where they have Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia. I would move Notre Dame out, move Clemson up, Oregon up 1, and I'd put South Carolina in at 10. and just everyone else, and then you could put Notre Dame back at like fucking 11 or 12.
Well, let's, I am a USC born and raised, USC fan, didn't live too far from the Coliseum. I'm high on Notre Dame, Rafa. I'll go as far as to say that Notre Dame right now has the best culture in college football. In 2026, their recruiting class and Marcus Freeman, they are crushing it. 2027, they already have the number 2 quarterback overall in high school. Marcus Freeman, who I was down on and not a big fan of, won me over last year. Dude, he is crushing the recruiting trail, and he has this whole culture in an era right now where guys leave if a coach yells at them, or if they're 4th string as a true freshman and they can't wait because another team was kissing their ass. He, because of the education at Notre Dame and because of the culture that he's building of team, right? Not me, but team. Dude, I had Notre Dame. I took him out, but I had him at number 2. And the reason I moved him down is because of the experience at quarterback. They have no experience at quarterback, Rafa. They probably have the best running backs in the country. As far as a 1-2 punch, you have great running backs there. But they have a CJ Carr and a Kenny Minchie. I think they're both very young at quarterback. They still haven't said who is going to win the starting job, but I'm super high on Notre Dame, man. I love what Marcus Freeman has done. They have J Love, they have Price, and then their 3rd string, Aeneas Williams, is a 4-star running back, true freshman, who they say is incredible. So I hate to be on Notre Dame's jock, but and they have a great O-line like they always do. I think Notre Dame is a mover, man. I think they're going to be top 5 when it's all said and done.
Listen, if they get through their schedule,
yeah,
and with 1 loss, I can see them. Then I would give them a top 5 nod. But they open at Miami, right? And who's ranked in the top 10, and Notre Dame. I don't know if Eddie Money could pull up that line. I would assume Notre Dame, being so high on everyone's list, is probably favored by a couple points, maybe 3.
For which game? The Miami game?
Their opening game. They're in Miami.
Give me a second. Also, Betting and Hill says she's interested to see how ASU is without Cam Skattebo.
100%. I love her saying that, because that's one of the teams that I feel like I think is ranked too high. Yeah. I think Cam was so much of that team as far as the heart and the soul. Can they replace that and have a performance like they did last year? Great coach. Quarterback isn't terrible. Can they replace that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. He was their identity, right? He was probably their best receiver. He threw the ball probably 30 times last year as a running back. That's probably a little bit exaggerated, but I felt like every game he threw the ball to somebody. But we
back there, right, Ed?
Dude.
Especially against the Raiders.
What? Come on, man. Why you got to bring up old shit for? Why you got to bring up old shit, Rafa?
Anybody find that line?
Yeah, real quick, Ric Flair also said, I think they have said the last 3 years that the top 2 have won the championships in the beginning of the preseason poll.
That could be true. But how easy? It was Alabama, Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgia.
Or Georgia. Yeah.
Line I found says Notre Dame versus Miami. Point spread is Notre Dame minus 2.5, over under 50.5.
Yeah, so that's a tough matchup already starting on the road. Then they go home to A&M. Okay, so you're playing your first 2 games, and they have a week break in between the first game, the first week. They play on the I think it's the 31st or whatever.
31st, and then they don't play the 13th.
Yeah, so they'll have 14 days in between their games there, and then I think like their fourth or fifth game. I think I just saw they're playing Arkansas on the road, and Arkansas isn't a great SEC team, still an SEC team that can maybe stun you. I mean you don't know. So
For sure.
we and they also play Boise, who I'm not a fan of, but they also play Boise, and I believe that game might be on the road as well.
It's at home.
No, that's at home. That's at home. They get NC State. They got SC as well. So I mean,
They get 3 home games.
They have kind of a little bit of a difficult. This is I feel like this is a little bit more on the difficult end than we've seen in years past for Notre Dame.
For sure. Schedule wise, yes.
Schedule wise, yes. So I think if they get through this with one win, then with one loss, then it's like, all right, maybe I can believe in them. But I hate to see them when they get there at the end and they're in the playoff or they're whatever, and it's like
They get rolled like a doobie.
Well, they have been, and I know last year they were in the title game, whatever. Yada yada yada.
Well, listen, to me, they lost Al Golden, the defensive coordinator. Their defense was incredible last year. Al Golden goes to the Bengals, right? We'll see how that works out. D coordinators, they usually do pretty good as long as they don't get promoted to head coach real quick. But they bring on Chris Ash as the new DC. He was in the NFL. He was with the Jags for a while. So they're getting a veteran guy who can call a defense. But that defense was, like I said, with 2 inexperienced quarterbacks, and they're going to be running the shit out of the ball, and they need to play defense. And that's going to be their thing. So we'll see how that goes.
Yes, for sure.
Where
do you want to take this thing, Eddie Money? Where are we starting first? I think we should do the Big Ten, the SEC, and then the Big 12, and then the ACC maybe. Or I don't know if we maybe shouldn't cover everybody. What do you think?
We can cover like we could each pick a conference winner, and then I guess if you want to dive into a certain conference a little more.
Let's do that. So let's start with the ACC. We can pick a surprise, and then maybe your conference winner, maybe your top 3 in the ACC, Eddie. We can kind of go from there.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
If you want, I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
So I'm going to go Clemson to win it, and I think Cade will be in New York
I do as well.
for Heisman weekend. I'll go Miami after that, and I like Carson Beck a little bit. Not
Why?
I like Carson Beck
because he came from Georgia.
I like Carson Beck a little bit. I'm going to leave him on the outside looking in New York. But I think listen, I'm going to throw it out there. I think he will be an early. I believe by week 3 or 4. I mean, depending on what he does in week 1 against Notre Dame in that defense. But I think we can maybe see an early Heisman watch with Carson Beck. That's all.
That's the wildest take, Rafa. You
I gotta
know my
give
theory.
you some wild shit. I gotta give you some wild shit. And then
looking at their first couple games, I don't really think it's that crazy.
No, it's possible. And my third team in the SEC, and I think this team,
ACC.
I'm gonna tell you, the third team in the ACC wears the Jordan brand, and it's the North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm gonna put them at 3 based on schedule. I feel their schedule for Bill Belichick, first year in. I don't think there's Eddie, and you know better because Sonny goes to North Carolina. Obviously.
I'll tell you right now. I
of pressure on Bill because I don't think there is.
There's not.
Okay.
No coach comes in. He's already done his job. He's brought attention. He's sold tickets. I'll give you their schedule rankings, but consider this. They have 70 new players on the team, Rafa. 70 new players. 40 of them transfers.
New head coach, so I mean, everything is new. I mean, literally,
yes.
Everything's new. And when I
Yes.
looked at their schedule, I can see a 9-3 North Carolina team finishing ahead of maybe an SMU in the ACC.
Yes.
So
So in the ACC, Rafa, it's crazy that you picked that out. Second easiest schedule in the ACC in the country. North Carolina's schedule is ranked 10th easiest.
yeah,
So
well, listen, when he signed last year, when we signed and we were talking about it,
you called it.
I alluded to it. I thought, looking at their schedule, I thought it was very, very easy, very favorable for them, because I don't think they have. I'm not sure. I don't know if they have Miami and Clemson on there. I don't think they have both. They may only have one.
Yeah.
So that they have, to me, and we can kind of, I don't know if Eddie Money can pull it up because we're on the ACC, but I think it's very favorable for them to go 9-3 and maybe even surprise some people at because here I pulled it up. So they have TCU, and TCU's playing on the in Dublin. TCU should still be ranked. Then they have Charlotte, Richmond, UCF. They do have Clemson. So
They do.
but they have Cal, Virginia, Syracuse, Stanford, Wake Forest, Duke, and NC State. So no Miami, no SMU. So you're not playing. You're only playing one of the three best teams from last year in your conference. So I think it's very favorable. I mean, you can really see this team realistically be 9-3, maybe even 10-2, and I believe at some point they will be in that top maybe 18 at some point, maybe even top 15. Maybe heading into that Clemson game if they can go 4-0 and go in there and maybe get a ranked matchup with Clemson, which would be in October, in early October. Yeah. So I can definitely see it for North Carolina, and I think they finished third in the ACC.
No, I like the pick. I don't mean to mush you, but it's really going to depend on Gio Lopez, the quarterback transfer from South Alabama. He's a dual threat guy. Tom Brady came out this week and did an interview and said, if you're going to go to North Carolina, your son will be prepared for the next level. You can't get a better endorsement. Now, everyone, their concerns are, and he's doing a big interview tonight on the ACC network. They went and interviewed Bill. All these old guys, Vrabel, Gronk, they're all worried about his threshold for stupid mistakes. Because like I said, you have 70 new guys, 40 transfers, and 30 freshmen. And
kids.
He's never been the type to give players a long leash. Like, you're dumb, leave. You make a stupid mistake, leave. I think the big curiosity with the program, because North Carolina has sold every single ticket for every single game, so he's already been worth the money, is to see how he reacts to bad football. And there's going to be some bad football being played in Chapel Hill. It's just, it has to be, right? And that to me, that's the biggest question. The cameras, are the cameras going to find his girlfriend up in a luxury box? Is she going to be the one holding the cord on the sidelines? I mean, where's the girlfriend going to be in this whole equation? I feel like they've survived the tidal wave of all the bad press with her. But now it's put up or shut up. Can the Tar Heels play football? And can Bill not lose his mind on the sidelines? And that's going to be it's going to be must-watch TV. ESPN is going to cover them like they're Duke basketball, right? He's going to get ratings. I'm sorry. They're going to get ratings. So that's my take. I agree with your top three. I'll give my last place team, which is, I hate to give it, but it's probably going to be, Syracuse or Cal or, Wake Forest. I feel, they had some momentum. I like the coach there. I don't see them ending in last. But Cal,
Did Cal
is-
not have some momentum last year?
They had a lot of momentum last year.
Yeah.
they did. I don't know who they lost, but Cal and Stanford and Virginia, I'd had to put at the very bottom. My dark horse to win is maybe Miami beating Clemson, but Clemson is just loaded. Something they would have to get the crazy injury bug.
Well, let's knock on wood. That doesn't happen.
Yeah. So
We can
That's
be
the-
moving to the Big 12. We'll do Big 12, Big 10, then SEC.
yeah, let's do the ones that don't matter. I think that's the right order, by the way. ACC, although ACC has, maybe a national
ACC has
champion.
Clemson.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do the Big 12. You want to start with the Big 12, Ed?
Yeah, I'll start with the Big 12. Like I said, the Big 12 never been a huge defensive minded conference. They've been really bad for a very long time defensively. Everyone loves Big 12 offense, but if you like Big 12, I love Iowa State. I love that coach. I think he should have left. I think he should have left when he had the chance to leave to the NFL, but he loves being there, and he could be there like the Iowa coach, Franz or whatever the hell, and never leave. But I'm probably gonna go with I'm gonna go with Iowa State winning it, not Arizona State.
Ow.
Yeah.
Well, Hanley's loving you right now.
Yeah, and it's definitely not because of Brock Purdy. That is 100% a fact. So I do like Iowa State. I always like Iowa State football. I don't know what it is. I think Kansas State will be there. BYU. Those are probably my top three. If I was gonna go dark horse to win it, I would probably pick BYU. I love that coach. You're dealing with 27-year-old offensive linemen that have 3 kids because they couldn't have sex until they were married, and they were soaking. They were soaking in the dorms. I don't like Baylor, and I don't like TCU. Utah, I do love the head coach, but I don't see them being there at the end. And then if you want me to give a last place, I get Iowa State to win, last place. I don't know. Who cares, I guess.
Yeah, you don't have to give a last place.
Yeah. But watch out for BYU, man. I love that coach. I love BYU's coach.
Watch out for the Soakers, man.
Watch out for the Soakers.
I'm gonna go Texas Tech to win the Big 12. I'm gonna go Texas Tech to win the Big 12. I'm gonna say Iowa State finishes second, TCU third. And the biggest thing with the Big 12 and we should all keep our eyes on, and we probably won't because it's not gonna look good. And Shador's not there, and there's no Travis Hunter. So how much coverage is Dion gonna get? And, we're now going to see Dion coach without having, one of the better quarterbacks in college football, without having one of the best players in college football. We're going to see him coach. What can he do? To me, I think he should start Salter right out the gate. I don't think, because he played well at Liberty, and he's going to play with more talent. I feel like he's a better quarter. You're bringing in a freshman. I think Salter should be the quarterback, and I think if Salter starts, I think they could be a middle of the pack, possibly a bowl team, if Dion is as good as people think he is as a head coach. My opinion, he's not a great head coach. He's not a good head coach, in my opinion. But I think the quarterback is good enough to maybe get them to 6 wins, but I wouldn't be shocked if they only had fucking 3. So I think that's the bigger story, and we're not gonna get all the coverage because there's no Shador and there's no Travis Hunter.
Or
so we're not
Shiloh.
going to get what's that?
Or Shiloh.
Or Shiloh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't forget about him. So we're not going to get
Yeah.
all the Dion coverage that we've been getting the first 2 seasons of his in Colorado. This will be telling. I mean, listen, if Dion can somehow pull off 9 wins,
Wow.
you know,
that would be big.
that would
that
be
would be-
huge. That would be
I-
huge because then I could see everyone calling. Like, okay, now because this guy has done it with not a very good roster. I mean, not as good as it's been the first 2 years. So we'll see. But I like Texas Tech. I thought they played well to close the season. They beat Iowa State last year. I think so. I like Texas Tech and then Iowa State and TCU right after.
I'll tell you what, I do like Salter better. Julian Lewis, the overhyped kid that was going to go to SC. I'm so glad he didn't. They got the Corona kid instead. Have you seen his chain, his Darth Vader?
I seen it.
That shit just bothers the shit out of me. I'm so glad. I don't know if they've named. I don't think they've named the starter yet. I agree with you. Salter should get that spot. But I'll tell you what. And if this was a bet, I would love to make this bet. Colorado was dead last in rushing the football, like 134 or 143 last year. I promise you this. They will run the ball this year because they're more, he doesn't have to showcase his son.
Right.
I hate to put it. I hate to put it that way.
It's true. You're 100%
true.
right. You're 100%
true.
right. And also the quarterback and Salter, he's a dual threat.
Yes.
So you're going to get
So
him on
agree.
the outside. So you're definitely going to get a lot more. Probably going to be a lot closer to a 50-50 ball club.
And I think I've seen some offensive linemen driving around in some fucking phantom Rolls Royces.
Wow.
I'm dead serious. That's not even a fucking joke. They
Wow.
got some IMG Academy, top O lineman. How do you get an O lineman? Get him a phantom Rolls Royce as a fucking.
The only thing he can fucking fit in.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to turn down legally a Rolls Royce Phantom. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I would definitely do that as well. So, yeah, that is the garbage Big 12.
And then moving on to my favorite conference, the Big Ten. Who do you guys have winning there? According to the rankings, it's neck and neck for Ohio State and Penn State.
Listen, I like Aller. I don't like him that much. But Ohio State, man, Jeremiah Smith, who will be in New York, I believe, in Heisman weekend. I think that team is too good, and we'll see what happens at quarterback. I think that team is just too deep. I think they win the Big Ten. Or Dante Moore is going to start for Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
How good is he going to look? Weapons. I think that offense is perfect for him, for his style. I think it's great. But I think Penn State finishes second, and then I'm going to put, which is shocking, but I'm going to put the Michigan Wolverines at 3 over Oregon.
Wow.
That is shocking. That is.
Oh, by the way, and I'm going to tell you, and my dark horse there. I'm gonna give UCLA a little bit of credit, and let me see what they can do. And I think they're going to be in the middle of the pack. I don't think they're going to
Say
be at
what?
the bottom. I think
When
they're
you
going to
come-
be at the bottom. I can see UCLA maybe winning 8 games.
Man, that's crazy. Let me just give you the devil's advocate here, or the other side of the coin here, and tell you why I think Penn State does win this. Because, it's, I don't know if you know what happened. I'm sure you do, but Penn State went out and poached Ohio State's freaking defensive coordinator, the best defensive coordinator in the country last year, right? They were number 1 in defensive scoring, number 1 in yards per game, number 1 in points per game. Ohio State's defense was just suffocating last year. And a G move, and Penn State has the money to do this. And I'm surprised more rivals don't go out and do this. SC did it. SC did it with UCLA's defensive coordinator. They went and got UCLA's defensive coordinator. But Ohio State goes and gets Jim Knowles, right? Makes him the highest paid defensive coordinator in college football. And it's a double-edged sword, Rafa. So not only do you bring wherever he came from, not only do you bring in the best defensive coordinator that was in college football last year, but you brought him from your rival. So think about the layers and stuff. You bring him in, you're like, this is how they're preparing for you. This is what we did at Ohio State. These are the formations. Because Ohio State has so much success, they're not going to radically change their defensive scheme. They're basically going to be running Knowles' defense. Penn State, talent everywhere across the board. Do I think Ohio State has a little more talent? Yes. Is there question marks? There's still a competition between Sayin and Lincoln Kienholz. Who knows? I think Sayin's going to get that job. But the fact that you went out and got your rival's defensive coordinator is what I think finally puts James Franklin and Penn State at the top of the Big Ten, which we haven't seen since, probably the 90s. We just haven't seen it in forever with, just all those studs they had. Kajana Carter, who was the Collins, the quarterback. We haven't seen.
Kerry.
Yes, Kerry Collins. Yes, nightmare in Oakland. But that's why I give Penn State the edge.
By the way, favorable schedule for Penn State. They'll open 3-0 easy, right? They got Nevada, Florida International, Villanova. Then they get Oregon, and they get a bye basically. So they play on the 13th. Then they're off to the 27th. They get Oregon at home, and then they go to the Rose Bowl. They got Northwestern. They go to Iowa, which is always a tough game, and that should be somewhere there in late October. And then they go to the Shoe.
Yee!
So, which will probably determine.
Oh my God, so good.
They get Indiana at home as well. So, I mean, it's the schedule is very, very, very favorable.
And then you add to that, I know he did an excellent job last year, but I've just never been a Ryan Day fan. Any guy?
Yeah, no, me neither. Me neither. But he is the elite of the shit. So.
I mean, listen,
is the elite of the ass coaches.
Oh, for sure. Well, can we call him ass? He won.
Well, we can. We got to remove him from it. We got to remove him. So Dan Lanning and James Franklin are now battling to see who is the elite of the ass coaches.
Oh man, that hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. Any dude who dyes his beard. I mean, obviously, it's a very I
swear to fucking God, if you ever dye that shit,
hey, call me out.
It is
call me
fucking on.
Call me out, please. I need no men.
Fucking on.
Yes, I need no men in my life. 100%.
Might fucking send Shanae a Louis Vuitton bag to get you to fucking color that thing in. And then we'd have to do a side-by-side, Eddie Money, of this fucker and Jason Day.
Yeah.
Ryan Day. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan Day.
Yeah, Jason Day, Ryan Day. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Dante Moore fan.
I know you weren't. I know you weren't at UCLA.
Yeah, but I am.
I'm not either, which is why I believe that's why I have them kind of at 4, because I'm not a fan of his. Although the offense is going to be his style. It's going to be the style he can play. Very spread. Very fast. So we'll see. Full Diddy there. Not
a gray fucking hair. You're a coach in the NFL, bro. You sleep 3 hours a fucking day. There's not a chance in Hades that he's not doing that fucking
just
shit
for men.
Just for men.
Well, he's got grays on the sideburns, so he's definitely doing. He's definitely doing the beard.
You can see one white hair poking out.
Yeah,
It's so prominent because everything else is so dark.
You know what I think of when I see that, Rafa? You know what I think of? I think of like those super fans, Raider fans, especially Raider fans that put makeup on and they're all fucking excited. They're tailgating and then they have to drive home. And after they get their ass kicked by 30, they're in the mirror. They're in the mirror, like cleaning it off their face. Like, what is my life? Like, what do my kids think I am? Like they're watching. That's how I feel of like Ryan Day after a loss, and he's combing in just for men. Like, you know what? Maybe I'm not that good of a coach. Wait, hold on. Go darker, honey. I need to go darker. There's a gray hair right there. It just fucking annoys the dog shit out of me. So I don't know. Sorry.
Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah.
So
Right?
what do you have, Eddie? You have Penn State, Ohio State. Who's your third?
I'm gonna go a little shocker. I'm gonna go Illinois.
Okay,
Wow.
they're in the
I
top
like-
12.
I like Britt Bielema. I love him as a coach. I think he's brought that Wisconsin identity. Chicago is a great high school football. It's just a great high school athletic state. There's a lot of room, a lot of studs. It's Midwest, tough, and he's taken that identity of when he coached at Wisconsin. We get great offensive linemen. We play good defense. We get a quarterback that just manages the game. And I think they have experience. And they've put a shit ton of dudes in the NFL the last 3-4 years, man. Like, not like 6, 7 round picks. They're putting first, second, and third rounders in the NFL, which to me says they're developing players, which we know that's Lincoln Riley's and some other coaches' biggest.
Is this your Indiana this year? This is Illinois.
Yes.
Gonna be your Indiana.
Yes.
Okay.
I truly believe that. I think Illinois will be a very good football team, and I've seen it coming for a while. And their defensive linemen, defensive backs, receivers, running backs. You know, I'm a big draft guy, so I'm like, Illinois. I keep on seeing Illinois. Like, dude, that means coaching is good.
So I'm the only idiot kind of high on Michigan, then is what you're saying.
The reason why, Rafa, listen, they have every resource in the book. I'm not sold on the overhyped freshman quarterback coming in asking for $12 million. To me, listen,
dollar bills, y'all.
I don't like hate on a kid getting that. Get what you can. But it's not that I don't wish success that early. I just like to see them do something before they get that kind of money. Like, if you got, let's say he has $5 million in the bank and you're fucking 18 and 19 years old. Woo, man, you better be a mature vato, because when I had $500 in my bank account at 19, I was buying bongs and rims and speaker boxes for my Honda Civic and an aero kit, for my Civic. Like, that's what I was doing at 18, 19. Like, to me, it's just, it's a recipe for bad shit to happen. And hopefully the kid can handle it. And hopefully he's obviously super talented. I just don't believe in him coming out of the gate and being not even a, I don't know, Michael Penix or
a lot of people are talking about him being a Heisman watch guy.
Really?
Yeah. Can you imagine if this
Not a
kid comes
chance.
out and listen, if he comes out this year and they somehow make the playoffs, this guy will have all the expectations that we're expecting from Arch going into the next handful of years.
Can we see their schedule, Eddie Money? Can you see who they have on their side?
It's very
Illinois,
very
right?
soft for the
No,
most part.
Michigan.
Oh,
So they have a tough game in week 2 on the road at Oklahoma.
That's tough.
They got to go to SC on the road. But and preseason rankings, right? We're just looking at preseason rankings.
They should have lost to SC at home last year, by the way.
Well, but they didn't. But they didn't. They should have, but they didn't. So
Good point.
but when you look at it, and Nebraska should be a tough game on the road. They go to SC on the road. That's a tough one. But other than that, if we're looking at it, the only two preseason top 25 teams, Oklahoma and Ohio State. They closed with Ohio State, obviously. I can see, but if he
So
plays
they don't see Oregon. They
they
don't
don't see Oregon.
Illinois.
Nope.
They don't get Illinois. They don't get Indiana. They don't get Oregon.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they're only getting Oklahoma, USC, and Ohio State. So they don't have to face Nico at UCLA. They're not playing Dante Moore. So that they're, as of right now,
Wisconsin? Do they get Wisconsin?
they get Wisconsin. They get Wisconsin at home. And listen, that
Wow,
Nebraska
that's
game is
big.
a tough game.
Yeah,
The at
They get
Nebraska
Nebraska,
game-
Wisconsin, USC, Washington. That'll be it.
That's a tough little stretch there. But if they can go 3-1 there, and I believe they can go 3-1 there, I can see this team going somewhere at 9-3, and it would shock me to be at 10-2. But if the kid goes 9-3 and he plays well, Eddie, and we're talking about him, let's say going into that SC game, and he's maybe undefeated going into that SC game with maybe 18 or 20 tosses and a couple of picks, and we're talking about it. I mean, listen, freshman starting, you got the money. I mean, fuck, next year you're going to have to, if he goes 9-3, 10-2, next year you're going to have to give him another 12 or 15.
Wow.
Damn. That's wild. No.
Yeah,
I
maybe
didn't
get him a couple of linemen and some phantoms.
That's a pretty favorable schedule for
Yes,
sure.
very favorable. It's a very 9-3. 9-3 wouldn't surprise. 10-2 is also within reach.
Yeah.
So, but listen, 8-4 and 7-5 is also there. 'Cause
Also,
it's still a freshman quarterback, right? So,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, they get a gimme game with New Mexico at home, and then he's got to go right back the next week on the road to Oklahoma. So
It's gonna be
Which-
tough, man.
it's gonna be good. I'm excited to watch Michigan this year. I'm really excited to watch them play.
I mean, who doesn't love Michigan football? Maybe the best helmets in college football. Like I said, I have a bias. I really think it's a 2-horse race when it comes to national champions. It's SEC and Big Ten. The best.
Oh, Eddie, it's early for that though, Ed. You're knocking
I do
out
like
Clemson
Clemson.
right out the gate. You're knocking Clemson out right out the gate.
Well, actually, I'll give you a little hint. I have Clemson at for my. I have the number 2 in my
We'll
top
get
10.
there.
Wow,
We'll get there. But right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
you're telling me it's only a 2-conference race, and we still got another conference to cover. But it sounds to me that you're saying Big Ten, SEC. You're throwing Clemson out this thing. I mean, you may have them later on, but as of right now, that's what you're telling us. So we'll get to it though.
I'm
We will
not
get
breaking
to it.
any
We'll
news
have our
here.
playoff predictions for sure.
Yeah.
And then rounding out with the last conference, SEC. Who you guys top 3? Who's your winner?
I'll go first.
In the Big Ten, what are we doing?
SEC.
SEC.
Oh, go ahead.
SEC. I like Texas. I really like Texas. I like Arch. I think it's a great story. They have speed everywhere. Weakness is offensive line. The other thing with Texas, what I heard is that they have continuity at the coaching positions. They haven't lost an OC or DC. Like they've had the same people in place for the last 4 or 5 years, which is very rare in college football, right? Especially for a very successful program, which Texas has been the last 2 years. You know, I know they're not the perennial, but I like Texas a lot. I like Arch Manning even more, and I think he is most likely your Heisman winner, and I just think it's gonna take college football by storm. We all want to see him do well. We all want to see. We all love the Mannings. I don't care. Show me someone that doesn't like Eli Manning and Peyton Manning, and I'll show you a fucking hater. Because listen, you're allowed, if you're rooting against him, you're allowed to not like him, but you had to respect Peyton. And Eli has such a great personality and such a great character that even if you hated him back then, the shit between him and Tom Brady, and it's just fucking great, man. Did you see the statues of Tom Brady, and they put an AI statue of Eli like 10 feet taller than him?
Oh yeah, and he goes, it's a little overwhelming.
They're just so fucking funny. They literally have their own Monday Night Football fucking showing that people watch a lot more than the regular fucking Monday Night Football showing.
yeah.
I mean, I think that's the big story in college football. That and Bill Belichick, even if they don't win a lot, you're just gonna see a bunch of Arch Manning. He's so big and so quick and so athletic. That's my team that wins it. I have Georgia in the 2 spot. I know I talk a lot of shit about Georgia, and I know I talk a lot of shit about Kirby Smart, but he is smart and he is a great coach. And as far as a football pool and high school football, Georgia, did you guys see that stadium that was built? It was all over the news 3-4 days ago, Buford. They built like a $60 million high school stadium. Bosco's was $7 million. This shit is $60 million.
60. Damn.
Buford, Georgia. It's just such a hotbed. And not only do they build a fence, the Bulldogs do, around the state of Georgia, but you're pulling blue chips from California. You're pulling blue chips from Florida. You're pulling blue chips from Texas. And Kirby Smart's a great coach, but I don't think they have the quarterback this year. They didn't have it last year, and that's what was their downfall. That's why, Rafa, I'm just puzzled by the Carson Beck love. I told you, man, you can't have an ugly quarterback winning a natty championship. You can't have that lurch-looking mother lover holding up that beautiful crystal glass football with that ugly mug, and then he went and cheated on his super hot girlfriend that was a millionaire, right?
Yeah, Cavender twin.
Yeah, just shows horrible judgment. Because that dude is not going to be in the NFL, man. I'm telling you now.
So who was your third, Eddie?
So my Texas, Georgia, and I'll go with Alabama. I think Kyle Williams, their receiving room is probably, if not the best, second best in the country. Their DBs are ridiculous. They don't have the depth. I know they just named Ty Simpson as the starting quarterback. He's been there for 3 years, Rafa. So I'd love the quarterbacks that stick. You know, when you were a 4 or 5 star recruit and you waited your turn. I'd love that shit. They named him the starter like 2 or 3 days ago. I'm just not sure that DeBoer is the right man for the job.
Oh, no shit. I fucking told you guys that. No fucking shit.
I like LSU too. I love LSU. I got to mention LSU. That offense is going to be ridiculous.
Matthew Roach, I'm not sold on the post-Saban era. I don't think anybody is.
Nope.
It's so hard, dude. Did you see the rumors of John Gruden maybe replacing Brian Kelly at LSU? I would love. Oh my god, I would love that.
That'd be great.
Got me
Yeah.
feeling nicey.
All right, I'm gonna give you my top 3. I'm gonna give you top 4.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Dan Lanning. Thank God it wasn't fucking Dan Lanning, underachieving
Dude,
ass motherfucker.
He's a great coach, Rafa. Stop it.
It's an underachiever. I'm gonna go 4. I'm gonna put South Carolina at 4 in the SEC. Yeah, although I like Ole Miss to kind of sneak into that top 4, but I'm gonna go South Carolina at 4. I'm gonna go LSU at 3. I'm gonna go Georgia at 2, and then Texas at number 1. And I'm going to go out on a fucking limb here.
Yes.
I'm going to say that the fucking Texas Longhorns are going to go undefeated to the playoffs.
Which means Arch Manning
Heisman.
100%.
Heisman.
100%.
If Texas stays, if Texas stays healthy for the most part, especially at quarterback, Arch has to play 98% of the snaps when the game means something. He's got to play all 100%, right? And so, but I think they're going to beat Ohio State in week 1, and I think I don't think anybody in the SEC can beat them. Now, I haven't looked at the schedule, so I'd like to see where they're at.
I got it right here.
If you can pull it up, maybe put it on the screen.
I got you.
That would be fucking great.
So they start their season off with Ohio State, at Ohio State, and they play 5 teams that are in the preseason top 25.
Okay, so Florida's going to be pretty good.
They are.
What up, Will Hanley? You missed our Iowa State talk.
Dude, we're talking about you, Will. I picked Iowa State to win the Big 12, Will. Where you at, man?
I think Florida's going. We're looking at this thing. Florida's going to be a tough matchup on the road. We saw Florida last year overachieve. Oklahoma, they're going to get them at home. Kentucky, Mississippi State, at Georgia. That's the other one. That could maybe be their one loss. Georgia had their number last year, so and then close out with A&M at home. So, but I think the Texas Longhorns and Arch Manning, and I think they're going to go undefeated, man.
Yeah, I love the continuity there. I mean, don't their players? How long till we see a Texas player? I mean, don't they get like Lamborghinis or something? I mean, as far as there's some like that where some huge, alum has a Lamborghini dealership and he's just giving it away. They probably, I would assume it's like a 1 or 2 year lease. Like, take this and I don't know, but I do love Texas, man.
Texas football players have been known to drive Lamborghinis as part of NIL deals with Lamborghini Austin.
Love it.
There you go. Yeah,
fucking love it.
Bad idea.
I'm not high on Alabama's quarterback. I hate DeBoer. I said it last year when I fucking can't stand him. But I love Ryan Williams. If I would, the thing is to put 2 receivers in New York for Heisman, I think it's
not with this quarterback class, Rafa.
No. Which is why I didn't. Which is why I don't. I think Jeremiah Smith will be there. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's the best receiver in the country, hands down. But Ryan Williams,
yes,
at Alabama was phenomenal as a freshman. He's going to be even better this year. I think he's going to be great. And I think if it wasn't for Arch, I think Jeremiah Smith would be probably in there for the SEC Player of the Year. But
I think I called him Kyle Williams. That was the other receiver from Washington State. But Ryan Williams, imagine this shit, Rafa. He was 17 years old last year.
Yes, sir.
I would just imagine what he's grown mature-wise physically from 17 to 18, working out, having the best nutritionist in the planet, having just as many protein shakes as possible at your will, the best strength coach in the country. Imagine what he's going to be this year. That is effing crazy. I think Jeremiah Smith, I'm going to say something stupid. I think he's going to take a step down from last year. I think only because, Rafa,
he's now the one.
Now the one.
Yes.
And
yes,
that's not there anymore.
That's why.
He's now the one.
He's going to be bracketed like crazy.
Right. But let's, they have a lot of soft games in there, and he's just that good. So I think Jeremiah Smith will be in New York. I really believe he'll be in New York. And if you want to, we can, before we do our playoffs, I don't know if you want to do the Heisman.
Let's do the Heisman because
you guys are already talking about it right now.
I have Jeremiah Smith as my first outside guy looking in at 5.
Okay.
And I'll go and give you a 6. And I'm gonna say it's from the same school. I'm gonna say the only defensive player that gets invited, if he was to get invited, and I don't think it's gonna happen, that's why I have him at 6, is Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs is gonna be a top 3 pick in the NFL next year. He is the he's the next coming of Ronnie Lott, more athletic. Came from Alabama, went to Ohio State, and he's just clearly the best player on the field when Jeremiah Smith isn't on the field at the same time. That's how good. I mean,
except in warm-ups.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I really think they have the two best college football players in the country that named Arch Manning. And if you watch
named Arch Manning, not named
Arch Manning.
Okay. All right.
Those two dudes
so that's your five. Jeremiah's your five.
Jeremiah's my 5. Caleb Downs my 6.
Let me give you my 5. So then we'll go there. And then I'll give you my 4, and then we'll go down and we'll alternate, right? So my 5's Carson Beck. I'm gonna throw him out there.
That's your Cuban Miami fucking bullshit.
That is 1,000% my fucking Miami homerism. Is coming in. I'm gonna throw Carson Beck from the U at the number 5, outside looking in, Heisman watch in New York. That's my 5. And at 4, I'm gonna go Lenoris Sellers from South Carolina. Had offers everywhere. He chose to stay. I mean, he did get $8 million, but he could have got a little more somewhere else. I'm going to put him. That's my 4, and I would have moved him to 3, but I think Jeremiah Smith is going to be a little bit better, and then the other 2 guys. So I'm going to put Lenoris Sellers, the quarterback, South Carolina, in New York as the 4th guy.
I like that one.
Okay. So I'll give you my 4, and that is Drew Aller, who I've been very, very critical of. Great story, huge, 6'5", has the arm. Finally, I started to see some flashes last year, but now he's been in the same system. They got that offensive coordinator that they needed so badly at Penn State. I'm trying to see his name here. What's his God, what's the offense? Anyways,
Andy,
they have
Kotelnicki.
Yes, that's him. They have 2 great running backs. There's talent everywhere. And if they do win the Big Ten, like I predict them to, you can't keep the quarterback from the championship team who might have 1 loss or 0 losses out of the Heisman race, and that's why I have Drew Aller as my number 4.
And you're right.
I want to give your 3.
No, go ahead and give your 3, and then
Okay.
I'll do 3, 2,
okay.
and then you do 2, 1.
We got Vernon and Matthew, which are also in here.
What's up, Mike? What up, Matt? What up, Big Bird?
What up, Big Bird?
So at my 3, I'm gonna switch this up. You know what? No, I'm gonna do what I fucking wrote down. I'm not gonna bitch out.
Do it.
I'm at number 3. I'm gonna go Cade Klubnik. Could be very higher, probably higher on everyone's list. He had a good year last year. They probably have another receiving corps that is going to be amazing. They are another team that's going to be undefeated when they come to the playoffs, which it's very hard not to put an undefeated quarterback at a top. I mean, they're not. Clemson isn't going to drop lower than 4 all year long, which automatically puts them in New York as an undefeated quarterback. And listen, I'm not saying this because, I mean, they have an incredible defensive line. They have an incredible, and I thought Dabo Swinney was done. I said stick a fork in him. But this year they have a great team, and Cade Klubnik replaced my guy. I think I'm still hurt. That's why I'm putting him at 3, replacing my dude DJ. Hurt me. You cut me deep, Shrek. You cut me, but DJ's laughing at all you guys starting the 4th quarter at the Charger preseason game.
Hey, man. Most people don't even see those lights.
I do. Oh. So, Cade Klubnik is my number 3 in New York.
All right, so I'm going to go with number 3. My number 3, Jeremiah Smith. I I think he's arguably the second best offensive player in college football. Behind who Eddie and I probably have both number one to win the Heisman. But I'm going to go Jeremiah Smith at 3. I think he's the best player on that side of the ball for Ohio State. I think he's going to be phenomenal. From what we saw last year, I can only see him getting better. So I'll go Jeremiah Smith at 3. And then at 2, I have Cade Klubnik from Clemson. Like Eddie said, I think they're going to be top 3, 4 all year long, right? And we have a 1-3 matchup in week 1. Depending on how bad that game is, if Texas whoops their ass, if Ohio State whoops their ass, those teams can drop down to that 4 in Clemson. I think Clemson will be 1 through 4 all season long, or 2, 3, whatever, right in there, like Eddie said. So I like Clemson, and I have Cade at number 2 for the Heisman. Jeremiah Smith at 3, Cade at 2.
Okay, you ready for this? It's gonna piss
Let's hear your
some
number
people
2,
off.
man. I think I know who it is.
So it's gonna
I
it's
think
gonna
I know
shock
who it
you.
is.
Garrett
It's gonna shock you. No, it's Arch
Oh.
Manning.
at number 2.
I have at number 2.
Oh
I got-
my God!
I got Arch Manning. This is just a hunch. All right. He might just, I don't know. He might get haters. I don't know.
Lights might be too bright.
I'm just saying, Arch is my number 2, and I love him, but I'll leave it at that. I'll leave my number 1. So go ahead. Your number 2, Rafa.
My number 1 is Arch Manning. I strongly believe. I think if they get past Ohio State, I really believe they will be undefeated all the way to maybe that Georgia game on the road. And I said earlier, I think Texas can go undefeated up into the playoffs. They do have Georgia on the road. Georgia beat them twice last year. And you know, the dogs are the dogs, and Kirby's great. But Arch, he does so much with his feet as well as his arm. There is no, I don't know, and we could say that we haven't seen enough, but from what I've seen, I don't think there's going to be anybody better than him on that side of the football this year. And yes, he has an incredibly tough matchup in week 1 against Ohio State. It's going to be insane. But what he does in that game, it will be, listen, if he loses that game, but he throws 3 touchdowns, has an interception, plays well,
Yeah.
it'll just roll on from there.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but I'm going to take Arch at number 1. And if you don't have Arch at number 1, then you got to have the kid from LSU at number 1, I would think.
So this is gonna
Let's
shock
hear
you.
Rafa, who is your number 2?
Cade Klubnik.
Yeah. So this is what I keep hearing, Rafa. You have this guy in New York, and that's Lenoris Sellers. I have Lenoris Sellers at number 1, and let me give you my reasoning. Okay,
I love him, by the way.
Yes, we saw Cam Ward lose a couple games, but he was clearly their defense was dog shit, right? He had to score 46. I think Lenoris Sellers, and I, because I'm a draft dude, I'm all up in these draft fucking things, that he's 6'3", he's 240, runs a 4.5, strong arm. I know South Carolina, like you have him as your dark horse, right? They might. Oh man, look at Matt Rocha agreeing with me. I just think he's gonna pop off the screen, man, and he's gonna. The big thing. Listen, we know these universities, they have marketing teams, and I think people don't want to see Arch or maybe Allers or maybe the front runners. No one likes, they like to see a story, and they like the story of the underdog. And I think that's what Lenoris Sellers is going to be. I think it's going to be incredible. Not only do I think, unless it's New Orleans that has the first pick in the draft, not only do I think Lenoris Sellers wins the Heisman, I think he is the number 1 pick in the NFL draft, unless it's the New Orleans Saints, which you are you're gonna see voodoo dolls and some weird shit going down if you don't pick New Orleans a family. The royal family in New Orleans is the Mannings, and it has
there's
been
no doubt about it.
forever.
And that team's going to start tank for Arch right after week 2. Right
Yes.
after, by the way, Matthew Roach just mentioned it, and I was gonna interrupt Eddie while he was talking about Lenoris. That was I was gonna ask you that if you thought Lenoris was a Jaden Daniels type.
Yes.
Because when Jaden Daniels,
Yes.
after Jaden Daniels' first year at LSU, and I said it on the show, that year that he would win the Heisman, and we had him there winning the Heisman, and he won it. So Lenoris, I thought he would finish at 4 because I think they're only going to win maybe 8 games. I wouldn't shock me if they won 9 or 10. But looking at their schedule, it's a little bit tougher. So that's why I had him at the 4. But I wouldn't doubt it if he won it. I wouldn't shock me. I wouldn't be shocked.
Kind of pissed that you stole my thunder. That when you said him, I was like, God dang it. Yeah. But
Yeah,
no,
Matthew
dude.
Rocha says it there.
Yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. But I've watched the highlights and give him another year. And but you're right. The thing is, he might win 8 or 9 games, right? Which is going to be.
And listen, Jaden, I think won it with 8, right? I think he only won 8 games and won it. I think Caleb won 9 games and won it. When he won
maybe
it,
10.
I believe.
Maybe 10.
Maybe 10. Yeah, because they were in that title game.
They were in the championship game, though. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So maybe in there. So it's not that an 8-win guy can't win it. The thing is, some of the games might be tough, and he might not have the weapons. He's going to shine. There is no doubt about it. He's phenomenal. I couldn't put him over Cade. Because I think Clemson's going to be undefeated as well, looking at their schedule, right? So
yeah,
it's going to be tough. Like you said, it's going to be tough to take them over Aller and even Cade if they're both undefeated, or you have Aller with 1 loss and winning that Big Ten, which I don't think they will. Matthew doesn't agree. He thinks Matthew agrees with you that Penn State wins the Big Ten.
Yeah,
and going back to the Big Ten when you're talking about Penn State's problem wasn't the defense. Penn State's problem is James Franklin is kind of
I was gonna say James Franklin is the problem. He's been Rafa. He's been the solution, and he's been the problem.
Yes, he's a solution and the problem. Like, you're lucky to have James Franklin. You're also unlucky to have James Franklin. Like, at the same time, which is crazy to say because Penn State has been great since he's basically been there.
Dude, Eddie Money, you better post this like 8 a.m. tomorrow because I promise you, fucking ESPN is gonna steal
Stephen
this.
A's watching this, Eddie. I'm
Stephen
telling
A's
you.
watching this, and he's gonna say James Franklin is the solution and the problem. They're gonna steal our shit. Am I right? They do it.
Yeah.
Fucking yes.
Dude, James Franklin is a great head coach. The problem is he's a great head coach until Ohio State fucking rolls around.
Yes.
And so
For everybody.
And you got to go into Horseshoe. You got to go into Columbus to play that game this year. So that's the one problem I have with Penn State only is that game.
Dude. I just got goosebumps thinking about Penn State rolling into Ohio State and just oh my God, college football is so fucking great. Oh God, it's gonna be great.
Almost there.
Yeah, it's almost there. Does
let's
Penn
predict these fucking playoffs, baby.
Oh God, hold on. You start, Rafa. I gotta run.
No, I'll wait
be
for
back.
you. You got to go do something. I'll chat.
Okay.
We'll chop it up a little more.
Play that
So
funky
Matthew
music.
Rocha says, guys like Sellers and Daniels are what every coach should be looking for. Confident, versatile, doesn't fold under pressure. I like Sellers. I like South Carolina. I really do. I just think some of those games are a little tough. And listen, if he can win those games and they can win 10 games and Texas is 11-1 and the numbers are similar, I don't see how you don't give it to Sellers. But at the same time, like, Eddie's talking about Arch. Maybe people might be tired of, they don't want to vote for the guy who's favored.
Yeah.
But I don't know how true that is. And there's a lot of expectations for Arch, right? I think the pressure is there.
It's high.
It's
For
super
me,
high,
I can't. What's the last person whose expectations have been this high?
Preseason #1 coming in as the first year as a full-time starter.
And already expected to be the #1 draft pick before
You're expected to be the
thrown.
#1 pick. You're on the #1 team on the planet in the country right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the pressure's there, and then you have Ohio State, which is arguably one of the best defenses in the country. That's who you're facing week 1.
Week 1,
If
national
you
champs.
National champs. If you can get past them in week 1, I think from there it's just cruise control until maybe the Georgia game. They might have a bump there in the road or whatever, but I see him as clear cut. Because I love what he can do with his feet, his arm. He's a super intelligent quarterback. So
Vern said the last guy with this much hype was RG3 preseason.
Preseason, yeah, but the team was the team expected to be as good as this Texas team. So, which is great pull, by the way, RG3.
That's a great pull, Vern.
But I don't know. Saints are tanking this year. 100%. They don't need to try and tank.
They don't need to tank. They can still try. They can still try to win it. They'll still get
They're going to be god awful. They can go out there and try and win, and I'd be shocked if they won 2 games. Right? So
if they really wanted to tank, they'd bring Carr out of retirement.
Carr back in. Well, they're trying. I mean, they got Spencer, and then the other kid hasn't looked great.
That was almost disrespectful. I'm sorry.
So Ed, do you wanna get into these playoffs?
Well, I'm ill prepared to put a playoff bracket up.
Matthew Rocha has he already gave us all his conference winners and the matchups.
South Carolina loses SEC title probably to Texas or LSU. Listen, Matt.
Wow.
Georgia, I'm not throwing Georgia to the side like this.
He would never, Matt. He would never throw Georgia to the side.
I'm never throwing what I believe to be the best active college football coach. I can't do it. Alabama will definitely be in the playoffs. I believe that. But I can't just throw Georgia to the side and put South Carolina in that title game. I can't do it. But if we want to get into our playoffs, Eddie, I don't know how prepared you are. I'm not prepared, but I'll wing this shit as usual.
Okay, just before we get off of Georgia, and this might be why Rafa loves Georgia so much, and this might be why I hate Georgia so much.
There's one reason why I like Georgia only, Eddie. One reason only.
Kirby Smart?
Kirby Smart.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you why I have an issue with fucking Georgia.
Let's hear it, baby. Go Dogs!
Because Lenoris Sellers, Cam Ward, who's the quarterback at Florida?
Carson Beck.
No.
Florida.
Florida.
God,
what's his name? Another stud. He's gonna be great. Not Sellers. That's Lenoris Sellers. Lagway. Okay. I just mentioned 4 great quarterbacks. What do they all have in common?
That Georgia didn't take none of them.
That's obvious, but the other obvious thing is they're pigment. They're pigment. They're all black, man. And
what does that
Georgia,
mean?
Eddie's sounding like Rafa right now.
Another one.
Georgia, 99.2% of the roster is black, except for the quarterbacks.
Yes, and that's my issue. Fields played quarterback in the state of Georgia.
Listen, Stetson Bennett won 2 fucking national titles.
You know what? They got another Stetson Bennett. You know who's going to start for them? A guy named Gunnar Duval Stockton. 6'1", 215, white kid. I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of the white quarterback.
All I heard was Matthew Stafford come out of your mouth.
No, that was okay. Matt Stafford, dog. But to have the talent pool that you have in Georgia, to have the resources that you have in Georgia, And when was the last one? I'm trying to think. What's his name? Not Stokely. I'm trying to think of the last black quarterback that started for the University of Georgia. And it's been a while. And I hate to take this show here, but I'm gonna take it here. You have a fucking talent pool. You are the University of Georgia. Why Lenora Sellers is the quarterback at fucking South Carolina is stupid to me. Why? Yeah, go ahead.
Last black quarterback to start for Georgia was DeJuan Mathis, first game of 2020 against Arkansas, who was later replaced by Stetson.
20?
Shocker.
That's what I'm fucking talking about, man.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
That might be the second funniest thing Will's ever fucking said on this fucking show. DJ fucking Lagway? DJ fucking Lagway is a fucking stud. I know it's Florida, but I'm sorry. That's Kirby Smart. I'll give it to you, man. Like, I would love to, John Gruden just beat the NFL on his fucking lawsuit for the leaked emails. I want someone to crack into Kirby Smart's emails and hear his racist remarks about black quarterbacks. Because there has to be something in there. I'm sorry.
That's my email, Eddie. You're the wrong guy. I write those emails.
You got the wrong guy.
You got the wrong dude. Don't pin that shit on Kirby. I handle those emails for the dogs.
2020, you've literally had some of the best. Even Julian Lewis. Julian Lewis was like, I think he was from Missouri, or he's a couple states away from you. How does Julian Lewis not want to go to fucking Georgia? Because that's my problem with Georgia, man. I think he's great. I question why I have to see 6'1" guys named Gunner, and by the way, or Tiger, or fucking Shooter McGavin. They have all 6'1", 215. That's what Georgia's gonna fucking roll out at fucking quarterback this year. I hope it bites him in the ass, man. I hope Gunner Stockton Duval fucking sucks at Georgia. Sorry,
watch out. Eddie has just put the curse on Georgia, so they might be in the national title.
Just like when CJ said one of the fucking we gave a top 10 all-time fucking list of college football players, and he put in fucking what the fuck's his name? Stetson Bennett. I almost fucking rolled over. Although Eddie, I heard.
Hold on.
Great story.
Ever. He's the greatest walk-on ever.
Walk-on doesn't mean you're the. He put him in his best top 10 college football quarterbacks of all time.
He won 2 national titles.
And Brock Purdy fucking took his team to the Super Bowl.
And a conference championship game, which is why he's handsomely paid.
Are we gonna pretend like Georgia's whole defense didn't win the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles fucking last year?
Eddie, are we going to pretend that Stetson Bennett did not put up fucking numbers in those games? Are we going to pretend the throws that he had to make? And I'm not saying he was a phenomenal quarterback, but he fucking held his own and he put in his fair share.
He put in his fair share with the best offensive line, the best defensive line, the best linebacker unit, and the best defensive backfield unit. And all the running backs get drafted. And all the running backs get drafted. Oh, by the way, you had the best fucking tight end in the history of college football, maybe, with fucking Brock fucking Bowers. Oh, and the other fucking tight end they had is a fucking left tackle who could play left tackle and center for the fucking Lakers at the same fucking time. So don't give me Stetson Bennett is this and that. You could have, little Ralphie could have played quarterback for fucking Georgia and won.
Dude, he made some throws. Let's not forget that Ohio State game. Let's not forget that Ohio State game. Like, you can't say because he had a great roster, because yes, he had a great roster.
I just did.
But Tim Tebow had a great roster as well. And I think, if you ask my opinion, I think that Tim Tebow is the second best college football quarterback of all time.
Because he was the best leader of all fucking time.
But he won 2 national titles.
He kept a bunch of gangsters. He kept murderers in check.
Urban Meyer
Stetson
kept
Bennett
murder.
kept a bunch of street racers in check.
No.
Yeah, dude. Stetson
They
Bennett
weren't-
had to deal with some shit.
He had to deal with
Right.
Durangos
He-
and Hellcats going 125 miles an hour.
He was actually running from the cops himself. Are you fucking kidding me? There's
That's
fucking
team
video.
chemistry. They're all doing the same thing, Eddie.
Luckily, there's not a Lamborghini dealership in fucking Athens, Georgia. We'd have more dead people in the fucking United States.
Oh my God. The
Oh,
Georgia
geez.
hate.
Oh.
I'm not allowing it. Go Dogs.
They just need one Dodge dealership around the
That's
the
it. All
campus.
they need is one.
That's it,
That is
one.
it.
Oh, that's so racist, Eddie Money. That's so racist.
You started it, Ed.
You started it, Eddie. You
I
started
am
it.
Ed. Oh, no.
The racism
I
here
want-
tonight, buddy.
I want more black quarterbacks in Georgia. I'm
Vernon,
sorry.
they're all out of Hellcats in Athens. They're all out. They're all in a parking lot in Athens, Georgia. They're all the Hellcats and Scat Packs. They're all on the fucking practice field tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Racing stripes.
All right, let's get
Playoff predictions.
let's get these playoff predictions before fucking Eddie goes off the rail and fucking starts a whole fucking KKK riot here. Jesus
So,
Christ. Eddie.
Top 4 is still. Is it?
No,
are they
it's
still
not.
doing it by conference, or is it just the best 12 records?
No, they fixed that, right?
Yeah.
So Boise
So-
State isn't going to be a. Oh,
Matthew
damn.
Rosa. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Oh,
College
so
football's
good.
back, baby.
College
Oh.
football is
So
back.
good, man. Trust me, I'm on this side. I'm on that side of biz. I know it.
College
know it.
football is back. College
All
football
right,
is
let's
back.
go. Let's go from the top to the bottom. If you want, Eddie, I can go first.
Yeah, go first, and I'll bounce off of you.
Okay, so I'll go with 12, and then I'm gonna put it 12. I'm gonna put who I believe is the Big 12 champion in Texas Tech. I'm gonna put them at the 12th seed. I think they win the Big 12. I said earlier, I think the Big 12. I think they win the Big 12, edging out Iowa State. So I'm gonna put Texas Tech at 12.
Okay. I'm going to go BYU. I think they end up winning, and I got the Mormons soaking as the 12th fucking seed in the playoffs.
All right, at 11, I'm gonna go with Boise State. I think they're gonna be the Group of 5 team to get in. So I'm gonna take them at 11. I think they're gonna be like 10-2, 11-1, whatever. They'll climb the charts. They're like at 25, but they're gonna go undefeated for most of the fucking season, and then play well against that Notre Dame and kind of make people believe that they might be a good team. So I think they get into the 11th spot. I'm gonna take Boise.
Oh, no. We're not doing Boise again. We saw that shit.
You need a
We
Group
saw
of 5 in. You need a Group of 5 team.
Oh, God. So in that conference, who can I pick other than fucking
Well, I mean, you could
Boise?
take somebody else. I mean, you can you can definitely
want-
go and
I want to take Illinois.
well, okay, but that's not a Group of 5. But you
I
wanna
know.
go to Illinois.
I know.
So that means
I know.
you're gonna rank your Group of 5 team even higher.
Oh, fuck. Who can I take other than fucking Boise State? I can't take UNLV. I can't take Washington State. I can't take Oregon State. Give me somebody. Help me out here.
Army could do it again.
Fucking, you can take
Ooh.
Northern Illinois.
You know what? I'm gonna go Army. I like that. I'm gonna go Army
Okay.
as my 11th seed.
Okay.
I like that. Thank you, Eddie Money. Thank you for
No
bailing me
worries.
out there.
All right. At number 10, I am gonna go with the University of South Carolina.
Woo!
The real
All right.
USC, they say.
Oh,
The real USC, some say. as
You just
our buddy Sim says, the real USC.
the real USC.
I'm gonna go
we all
South
know.
Carolina
Yeah.
at number 10.
They're not even the real USC when it comes to women basketball, Rafa.
They are definitely the real USC of women's basketball.
Oh, come on, Cheryl
So
Miller.
I'm gonna go.
Come on,
I'm gonna
man.
go South Carolina at number 10.
I'll put Illinois. I'm gonna put Illinois as
Okay.
my 10 seed.
All right, at number 9, I'm gonna go with the ACC team, and who and I know Matt doesn't believe there'll be 2 ACC teams in, but I will because I have their quarterback, a homer pick in the top 5 Heisman voting.
So
So
ridiculous.
I'm gonna go with the University of Miami. I'm gonna fucking do a Lee Corso and fucking pop the fucking helmet.
Yeah.
Fucking you, baby. I'm gonna have them in the playoffs at the number 9.
Unless you replace Crystal Ball, who can't fucking time manage a game out of a fucking
Oh, that's awful.
paper fucking bag, the worst time manager of all fucking time. Miami's not making the fucking playoffs.
All right.
I will say that Georgia will be my 9 seed.
Ooh.
Damn.
Wow. Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Damn.
There's gonna be
Shit.
14. There's gonna be 4 teams from the SEC in this bitch.
Oh, I
Can
think
there
there's
not
gonna be
be?
more than that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. So that was 9. I got Miami in at number 9. At number 8, I'm gonna take as much as I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna take the Alabama Crimson Tide at number 8.
Ooh. I like that. I'm gonna piggyback you, and I'm gonna go Alabama at 8 as well.
All right. And at number 7, I am gonna go to the Big Ten, and I'm gonna go with Go Big Blue. I'm gonna go with the Michigan Wolverines
Oh my
and Mr. Underwood, the freshman, at number 7, the Michigan Wolverines.
I don't think Michigan makes it in.
I know you don't.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here to
I know you don't.
But I will.
value.
But I will go a Big Ten team, and I'm not in love with this team, but I think schedule-wise, they might lose 2 games. I'm going to go Oregon Ducks and Dan Lanning
Wow. Okay.
because I do think there'll be at least 3 Big Ten teams.
Matthew Rocha liked your Michigan pick, Rafa.
Yeah, I got 3 Big Ten teams in, but I'm giving you shock value here tonight.
You
So
always
except
do.
I have Michigan at number 6. I am going to go back to the best conference, which is the SEC. All right, and I'm going to put in the LSU Tigers at number 6.
Woo! I like ye. I'm going to piggyback. I'm going to go LSU as well. I'm going to go LSU. I love the quarterback. I'm not a huge fan of Brian Kelly. You know what? Fuck that. I'm not going LSU because I think LSU I think Brian Kelly gets fired and John Gruden takes the LSU job. So I can't do that. If he gets the 6th seed, he'll get in. I am going to go Florida.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to
All
go
right.
Florida.
It's a good pick.
All right.
Good pick.
I'm going to go Florida.
That's a good pick. All right. I'm going to go number 5. At number 5, I am going to go with the Dogs of Athens, Georgia at number 5.
I will go at number 5. I will go Notre Dame. Notre Dame. They might lose 1 game somewhere. They might lose. They almost lost to what? Northern Illinois last. Yeah. They have a
They
tough
did.
schedule.
They got Miami. They got Miami. They got
yeah.
Boise. They got Arkansas on
worried
the
about-
road.
Not
They
worried
got
about any of
A&M.
those 3. A&M, dark horse. Love the coach. Love that coach.
All right. So my 5 was Georgia. I'm going to go number 4. I'm going to go with the Penn State Nittany Lions at number 4. That is my number 4 team.
I am going to go the runner-up of the Big Ten. I'm going to go Ohio State because the only game they will lose. Wait, no. Yeah. I'll have to
Yeah,
go Ohio
if they
State.
lose one, they'd be there. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm going to go Ohio State.
At number 3, I will go with Dabo and Cade and the Clemson Tigers at number 3. And you know what? I'm gonna switch my number 3. Actually, I'm gonna take the winner of the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes at number 3. That is my number 3. Will be the winner of the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Wait, do you have Penn State?
He has him at 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm at 4. I'm at 4.
I'm gonna go just because. I mean, who is Clemson's toughest opponent? Do they have anything scheduled? Non-conference? No, I'm saying non-conference, man. Because Miami, I don't believe.
No.
So they have cupcake.
Actually, no,
They have
do.
LSU week
They
1.
open at LSU.
Oh,
They open against
okay.
LSU. And after that, it's
South Carolina at the end of the year.
South
too.
Carolina at the end.
I'm gonna go Clemson as my number 3. I'm gonna go Clemson as my number 3.
All right, I'm going to go Clemson at number 2, and I think if they end up with one loss, I think it will be at the end of South Carolina. So I think they beat LSU in week 1. So I'm going to go Clemson at number 2.
At number 2, there's only 2 choices here: SEC champ or Big Ten champ. And I'm going to go Big Ten champ. I'm going to go Penn State at number 2. We are Penn State.
We are coached by James Franklin.
Oh, geez. This is
The best team in September, baby.
Yes, it is.
Come on, man.
And then number 1, we both have the Longhorns
wire to wire.
of Texas at number 1. So, by the way, if you saw my list, no Oregon,
Yeah, I
no
saw
Dayton
that.
Manning, no Notre Dame. Shot
That's
Valley here
wild.
tonight. That is wild. No Notre Dame, no Oregon for me.
I'm telling you, Rafa, I'm telling you, as a Notre Dame hater, get on board. Their recruiting classes are ridiculous. That one speech the offensive lineman gave before, they played Georgia in New Orleans? Remember that tragedy, the fucking terrorists, whatever? Yeah. He doesn't have to sell the culture. If you go to Notre Dame, like remember Fred Lewis and Claude, their sons at Mater Dei. He's a running back. He just committed to UMass. He called me. He was going to do UPenn or UMass because they're all about education and succeeding after. And I said, man, I would hold off because the one school that I'm hyped about because it gives you everything. That used to be the University of Michigan for me. It gives you education. It gives you alum all over the country. It gives you powerhouse athletics. I think Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman. Marcus Freeman has found out how to make Notre Dame cool. And I think Notre Dame is going to be a freight train in these next 5 years until Ben Johnson gets fucking fired for trying to, make Caleb Williams a good quarterback in the NFL. He'll be gone. I think Marcus Freeman in 4 years will be the head coach for the Chicago Bears.
Wow.
Wow.
Eduardo.
Yeah. That's what I feel, man. I feel like and the thing is, I wasn't on his fucking jock like this, but when I heard that speech, and when you go to Notre Dame, did you hear what was it Mariota or there was what was that quarterback who got drafted early to the Browns? Black kid, Kaiser. Deshaun Kaiser, right?
Kaiser. I said Marcus.
He was-
that was racist. I was totally 100% racist. You said black. I said Marcus. I
Yes.
apologize. Eddie started it.
Yes, I started it 100%. It was on a podcast and they said, what is the biggest misnomer about Notre Dame football or Notre Dame, the college? He said, it's not a football school. They're like, what? He's like, it's all about academics. We have everyone shows up to the game and there's not huge parties. They're all worried about education. I really think that Marcus Freeman has it's not like Alabama. Stanford used to have this. Stanford used to have like come here, we play good football, and you're gonna be set for life. Michigan, I feel used to have this. I think Notre Dame, they'll be able to keep kids leaving out of the transfer portal because you're getting an education from Notre Dame, the university, and that's how he with Matthew Rocha and ND finishes 8-4. That's wild, Matt. That's wild. That's my take.
Listen, I only kept Oregon and Notre Dame out more for shock value than anything.
Uh-huh.
But because if you look at their schedules, the thing about Oregon's schedule is very easy, right? Like they're gonna go to Penn State, they get Indiana at home, and they get Iowa on the road, they get SC at home, and they don't have a tough schedule. So Oregon will probably finish somewhere in the fucking 6 to 8 mark. I can't do it because of my dislike for Dan Lanning. I feel like
his attention to detail bugs you.
He's not big time enough. He did one good thing, and then he was the best team for what people thought was most of the year. People thought they were the best team, and then he got his ass whooped.
I mean
he got his ass whooped. He got rolled in the Pac-12 title game the year before. Like I can't keep just fucking just crowning this guy and giving him playoff spot.
He did get his ass whooped by a team that he beat early in the season.
Yeah. Nah.
No, can't do it.
I don't like it. Because Kirby beat Texas, and then he beat him again. And then he beat him again with a backup fucking quarterback. He beat him the second time. So, yeah, there's elite.
Another 5'10", fucking 195 fucking named Gunner or Stetson or fucking
and got the job done. So my list is wild because I have those two teams out, which is crazy. I gave a lot of credit to the SEC. That's just to piss off Zach. So I always like to get that in there, and hopefully when he sees it, he's going to be like, and he'll send 100 messages in the group chat of the SEC isn't the best and yada, 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 and so on. So
there you go.
But by the way, I have you noticed how low we are on Ole Miss? Like,
yes.
Yeah, they
mentioned
shot
them as maybe being the 5th best team in the SEC.
Yeah, they shot their wad last year, Rafa. They really did. Last year, they fucking blew it. They might have had the most talented roster in the SEC last year, and they blew it. That Florida game in the fourth quarter. Yeah.
And by the way, their schedule is not easy. They got LSU,
of course
Georgia,
not.
LSU, Georgia, Oklahoma, Florida, and South Carolina.
Yeah.
Matthew Rocha gives his 12 to the playoffs real quick. 12 Liberty, 11 TCU, 10 Oregon, 9 Georgia, 8 Alabama, 7 Ohio State, 6 LSU, 5 Clemson, 4 Michigan, 3 Penn State, 2 South Carolina, 1 Texas.
Wow.
You can't put
South Carolina.
You can't put Clemson at 5 if they win if they go undefeated and win the ACC, Matt.
Well, he believes that Clemson's going to lose to South Carolina.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And let's look at the gauntlet that South Carolina is going to have. And this is in a row, by the way. LSU on the road, Oklahoma at home, Alabama at home, Ole Miss on the road, Texas A&M on the road. Then you get a gimme against Coastal, and then you close with Clemson. So if we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6 of their last 7 games are against what are preseason ranked top 21 teams.
Dude,
By the way, and then on top of that, they go to Virginia. They open with Virginia Tech, who should be somewhat of an easy game, and they go to Missouri and they get Kentucky. But dude, after that, when you go LSU, Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, A&M, week after week after week after week,
is
like,
Kentucky?
Where are you getting a break in there?
Is Kentucky in Lexington?
No, Kentucky's at home. They get Kentucky at home, and then right after that is LSU on the road.
Dude, you know Kentucky at home at night?
Oh, as Georgia.
They could beat anybody. They could beat anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. Dude, and then so think about it. You have LSU, which is probably going to be that fucking Saturday night, 9 p.m.
Death Valley.
Valley on a Saturday night.
People
come on. And then you get Oklahoma after that, which is at home, and you get Alabama at home, which we saw.
That schedule's out of control.
Schedule's out of control. Put it this way: if Matt, I know you have them at number 2, which means that you would probably only have them losing one game, if any. If they go through this schedule with one loss, the
North Sellers is the Heisman Trophy winner, and
them being the fucking Heisman, they're number 1 unless Texas is undefeated. Yes. If we're looking at it, if Texas is not undefeated and South Carolina is what Matthew Roach is predicting here, and I'm calling you out, Matt, here a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're predicting them to be the number 2 team, and for you to be the number 2 team, that means you have them beating Clemson because you have Clemson at 5. Okay, that means you have them beating LSU on the road, which will probably be on fucking Saturday night. Okay, you have them beating Alabama as well, right? Yeah. And that's later in the season. We'll see how Alabama's trending at that time. Because if Alabama's trending in the right way, it's still Alabama at the end of the day.
Yes.
Right? So, and yet we know how good Sellers we expect him to be. We expect him to be the Heisman or one of the 3 or 4 guys there. I understand it, but you're telling me that you putting them at number 2, telling me this team's only going to lose one game when 6 of their last 7 are against teams currently ranked in the top 25? I don't know, Matt.
I like
South Carolina, but I see them as a 3-win team getting into the playoff. I see them as a 9-win, 3-loss team with maybe a loss to and then you got to go to A&M. You got to go down to College Station in late October, early November.
Bunch of weirdos over there.
Oh, dude, that town is going to be wild. Listen, I like South Carolina, but to put them at number 2 is insane.
That's why I mentioned Cam Ward. Like, that's how he's going to win, because he's going to a la Cam Ward it.
He has to be Eddie, he can't even be Cam Ward. For him to be,
right. He cannot play like him at all.
He cannot be Cam Ward. He has to be for what Matthew's saying as putting South Carolina even in the top 4. For South Carolina to be in the top 4, he cannot be Cam Ward. He cannot be Jaden Daniels. You know who he needs to be? He needs to be Jameis Winston. He needs to be Cameron fucking Newton. For South Carolina with this schedule to be in the top 4.
Because Cam Ward was 8-0. Right, he was 8-0 coming out of the gate. He was 8-0 coming out of the gates.
Right, and they had a couple games there they probably shouldn't have won. The Cal game, whatever.
Yeah.
But he needs to be to get into that top 4. I mean, listen, I think he has to be one of the best seasons we've ever seen with this schedule as it is right now. Who knows? Ole Miss is starting at 21. Maybe Ole Miss is not ranked by the time we get there, right?
Yeah.
A&M is 19. Maybe they're not ranked when they get there. A&M has a tough schedule as well. But looking at it right now, this man needs to go out there and play like Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Vince Young type. He cannot get away with a Cam Ward type season with this schedule.
So I would say that Cam Ward had locked up the Heisman at 8-0, and then everyone else sort of fell off, right? Like, he was de facto that Heisman because they lost. What would Lenora Sellers and South Carolina, who would they have to beat that they are not favored to beat to go 8-0? Because that's
they're not going to be favored against LSU. If we're looking at it now, right? We're just looking at it right now. I don't think they'd be favored against Clemson. right? And because
No.
Clemson is currently ranked number 4. This is
Hell
right now.
no.
If
Yeah,
Clemson gets there and Clemson is undefeated and playing for an undefeated season, I would rather have the Clemson Tigers over the Cox of South Carolina. Okay.
Cox.
But think about it. He's got to go to A&M and LSU. Those are tough games. You have Alabama in there as well. I mean, I don't see it. You have Oklahoma in there as well.
Damn,
for
in the
him to
first
win the
8? In the first 8?
No. So that he can easily start 5-0, right? And because you have Virginia Tech, South
Yeah.
Carolina State, which is a gimme game. You have Vandy, who we saw them play decent,
Yeah.
right? And then you go to Missouri, okay, and then you have Kentucky. So those are the first 5.
So
After
5-0.
that, so 5-0. Let's say 5-0. You go to
Yeah.
LSU,
This is
which
where the
is
season
probably going to
starts.
be. You go to LSU. If that game, if LSU's sitting there at 12 or 13 or fucking 7 or 6, that's a Saturday night game. That will be a Saturday night game in Death Valley against LSU, okay, who's currently ranked number 9. After that, you get Oklahoma at home. You get Alabama at home. Then you go to Ole Miss. You go to A&M at College Station. You get a
Damn.
gimme game and not so gimme at Coastal with Coastal at home. And then
Yeah.
you close with Clemson. This guy, to win the Heisman, he needs to go 9-3
Yeah.
looking at this thing. And as good as we believe he's going to be, as
It's
good as
still
we
rough.
believe he's going to be, he still needs to
That's-
go 9-3 because he cannot afford to not have
Yeah.
good games against LSU, against Alabama, against A&M, and definitely not against Clemson. So,
That's wild.
and I like the
That's a
kid. I
rough
think he's
month.
a phenomenal player.
That is
But it's a tough
rough
schedule.
month.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
look at Oregon and Dante Moore and that style. Dante Moore can easily go 11-1 if we're looking at Oregon's schedule. He can go 11-1 and he can be there in New York, right? Because that style, that schedule is they play currently the way rankings sit. Oregon's only got 2 ranked teams on the schedule, and they do have SC, which I believe will be a top 15 team when all said and done, maybe top 18. They have that game. They have Iowa on the road, currently not ranked. We know what Iowa is, but what are they scoring? 12 points a game or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's tough. It really is, and I can't wait for this shit to start.
Dude, I'm getting so excited talking about this shit. So excited.
Dude,
Go
that
Cox.
fucking my chest lifted up.
Yes, go Cox.
That's-
Well, guys,
go
dude, go Cox.
I mean, listen, college football, we should have our
the
own
best.
night for college football because
We should.
it just every year it just gets better and better.
It
And
does.
everybody bitches at 12 teams. Let's extend it to 16. Listen, we all want it because we know that the top 15 or 16, I would just love for the
Yeah.
16 teams to go. I don't want you to give me a Liberty. I don't want to see Boise if
Exactly.
they're not good enough. I don't want to
Exactly.
see a Coastal if they somehow go 11-1. I don't want to see that. I want to see the best 16 teams. And
Yeah.
if we're looking at it this year, you probably have 5 or 6 from the SEC, 4 or 5 from the Big Ten, maybe even 6. I mean, so
Facts.
I can't wait for it, and I can't wait to argue with Zach. And as soon as Alabama loses, or if LSU loses week 1, it's gonna be fucking great, and I can't wait.
I watched the
I look forward more to college football than I do the NFL.
yeah, for sure. I watched the Netflix SEC. I was somewhere and I put it on and I watched the first 3 episodes. They followed LSU, Ole Miss, a bunch of schools, and it was freaking great. But Brian Kelly is a weirdo. He's a weirdo, man. He's not going to last long if they don't win. If they don't make it to the playoffs and win a game, he's done. That's my.
I
Anyway.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
By the way, I just want to give you a quick Ohtani update because I got all the hate last week. He pitched tonight, and I'll just give you a quick stat line because we know how
Yeah.
good he is. He allowed 4 runs. He allowed 4 runs.
here
He
we
didn't go 5. They had to pull him. Maybe it was maybe his leg hurt. I don't know. But he pitched 4 1/3 against the fucking Lonely Angels, and he allowed 4 runs. He did strike out 7 and didn't walk any, but he did allow 4 runs. Just
Wow.
giving you an Ohtani update. That elite status of pitching that.
What's the score? What's the score?
5-4. He also hit a
5.
triple to lead off the game after 2 strikeouts.
He did, and my boy Mookie's on fire. He's 2 for 3, baby.
Oh God, let's not get into the Dodgers.
Will Smith, by the way, he's 1 for 2. He's got 3 ribbies. He's got a home run.
Yeah, that's.
But
He'll fade.
the last couple times that Ohtani's pitched, okay, we saw what happened in Pittsburgh, right? He pitched the 3 innings. He threw 8 straight balls. They pulled him. And we mentioned earlier about the Dodgers. Who are they going to pitch? This is now 2 starts in a row. And
No. He had a good start after that.
Oh, he did. You're right. He struck out 8.
Yes.
They lost to the Cardinals, right? They lost to the Cardinals. That's right. They
Eddie
lost.
Money, put yourself on screen for this shit.
I can't forget that they lost to the Cardinals. But this man,
You wanted to. You wanted to.
Of course I wanted to. Of course I wanted to. They lost to the Cardinals. I hope they don't win tonight because that would make them 0-3 in the last 3 games that he started. Right? But him having 4 earned runs tonight is not a great outing, Eddie, in 4 1/3 innings. So now if you're the Dodgers going in,
I gotta see it.
What we see tonight, is he one of the 3 starters in the playoffs?
No.
No, right?
Well, no, we haven't seen what they could be seeing eye singles. They could be errors. Dude.
Well, I'll tell you what. It was a double by. Well, I'll tell you what. Hold on.
No walks.
No walks. He struck out 7. He allowed 3 extra base hits. He allowed a double to Moncada, a double to Neto, and a home run to Ward. So they ain't shit seeing nobody. It was no seeing eye singles.
Yeah.
There were no
He's
seeing
not.
eye.
He
There were
should
no seeing
be
eye singles.
Blake Snow, Glass
allowed
now,
5 hits.
Yoshi.
All right.
I still think Yamamoto is the one for the Dodgers.
He got.
I need to see more from Glass now. I need to see more from Blake.
Yeah. All right.
So, and now you get into that bullpen yet again tonight. Let's see how that bullpen does because we know Michael Brown will be on the edge of his seat tonight, bitching about Vesia in the 9th or in the 8th or whatever. So, but I'm gonna give you an Ohtani update every week. This motherfucker pitches, and he gets fucking shelled like this.
Shelled? His ERA is still gonna be 3.2.
It's 3.47 right now in fucking 9 appearances.
There you go.
In 9 appearances. I like the guy.
I could tell. Very obvious. Very obvious.
Dodgers with a huge series this weekend against the Padres for the number 1 spot in NL.
For all the fucking marbles, huh?
It's gonna be great.
They at least get the Padres bottom of the rotation.
It's gonna be great. I don't care. It's gonna be great.
Is that in San Diego?
Yes.
No, that's at Dodger Stadium.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
The one later this month is in San Diego.
Gonna be a great weekend of baseball.
Well, gents, that was an amazing 2.5 hours of college football.
Mm-hmm.
I loved every second of it.
We're back.
Any last words, Eddie Money?
Ready for football?
No. Go ahead and pan out real quick, Eddie Money. Go full screen, Eddie Money. That is definitely lotion right there on.
I have lotion and I have Aquaphor. You got to stay
right next to on the nightstand.
Right? Yes. Where's the tissues?
I don't have tissues. I will say that.
All right.
Are you sure? Yeah, but there's a trash can right next to
right.
the bed.
Yeah.
Actually, I could explain that. I
don't want to hear shit. Don't explain.
Lotion is meant for the bathroom, not the first thing next to your bed stand.
No, I always have moisturizer right here.
Just in case your legs get ashy in the middle of the night.
No, because my face gets dry.
His third leg gets ashy in the middle of the night.
In case his face gets dry in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And what he means by face, he means his penis.
Yes. The funny thing about that is, Ed, my face is connected right on my cock. Jesus Christ. Dude.
Yes.
Thank you, Matt. He says I seem like a no-fat king. Thank you.
I noticed it earlier, and I had to bring it up. I'm so
That is
sorry.
phenomenal. Great fucking get, Ed.
Yeah, I just saw him like, is that okay? That is okay.
Way to
Rafa,
pull that.
you're on vacation next week.
I'm on vacation next week. I will be coming back to the start of fucking college football.
Yeah.
He'll be in the yams.
Cannot wait. I can't wait for college football. More excited than the NFL for sure. So
Yes.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear all the SEC hate after week 1. So if Ohio State beats Texas, dude, the amount of text messages that Zach is gonna send
Oh yeah.
is gonna be like, bro,
Yeah.
it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
I'll be hoping for that. I'm wearing my Rose Bowl shirt.
So next week, let me promote this. Next week, everybody, we have world team member, 3-time California high school state champ, 2-time NCAA champ, Arizona State, just complete stud and friend of the family, Zahid Valencia, is going to join us. We are going to dissect his life and his. He just got signed by who? Eddie Money, the Dark Sport, and he's going to be wrestling in the World Championships in about a month. And we wanted to get him on, and we're really going to pick apart his life. He's nervous, but we will be doing that next week. We can't wait, Zahid. You better not flake on us. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. We had some great contributions. Matt, Will came in, Ricky, of course. It was fucking great. Rafa, have a good vacation. Don't get too crazy. And we love you all, and we'll see you next week, man.
All right, fellas. Have a good one.
Peace.
All right.